Hello.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Hi.
Liz whispered something under her breath, right, like literally at the 2-second mark on the timer. Classic.
I was checking to see if I had enough time to burp. I did not.
Well, now you gotta hold it in for
It's gone back.
however long you need. Nice. TVMA.
Mature audiences.
Yeah. Mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
I like how you went with the American.
It's the one that I googled, okay?
That's the one that makes sense.
No one
Well, the
said
Canadian
anything.
one doesn't have the
Letters?
letters with it.
Huh. I didn't know
Is
that.
it ages?
It just says.
Oh, I
it
see.
just says the age. That's it.
Nice.
Thank
Yay!
you for all the subs.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
subs
everyone, thank you so
and-
much. There's been a lot of subbing happening because there's been a hype train happening, which is excellent. And we love it. So thank
and-
you.
Yeah, hi the turtle. It's nice to see you.
The turtle's back.
Woo!
Hello.
The turtle, who soon will be rebranded the lion turtle. That's correct. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. No notes.
No notes. Thank you.
Yeah.
The lion turtle.
OG Hodge.
The OG Hodgehog.
Oh, Jig. I love it.
Yes,
Well, thanks,
thank
Flower.
you, Flower of August.
Whoa!
Aragwen.
Oh, perfect, Ellie spot. I think.
Ooh.
Thanks, Aragwen.
There you go. Thanks, baby.
And yeah, Flower, yeah, they got me back from the shop. You can pack so much RP in this baby.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
You get so much RPG.
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
one. Yeah.
Like an 08 Mustang. I don't know anything about cars.
Oh wait.
Oh wait. Also, sorry, I don't know why, but I've decided that like
That's like a couple years
cars
ago,
of
right?
this century just aren't special.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, how convenient
Nice.
that you were just
I'm
watching
good,
it.
Confidence. Well, excellent.
Ooh.
Well. A perfect companion piece to our stream then.
Yeah.
Oh, and anybody else here? Oh my goodness.
We're just getting all sorts of cool
Lovely
people around.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
No.
So amused the baby woke up at what's
Are you
very late.
Whoa!
What's happening?
Requiem!
Thank
Oh my
you.
god!
Thank you for the sub bombs. Oh my goodness.
And hello to there was someone who said Cool Kids Table.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, you're at the Cool Kids Table now, John. Oh no, we were gonna give this table a name, and we haven't yet.
Oh, well.
We will.
Cool
It's
Kids table.
Well, it is.
Maine.
It's Maine. It's a good table.
The table's name is Maine.
Oh right, I remember. To be explained later.
TB.
Does that need to be explained later? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I
sure
know.
people know.
Oh, they were here last week.
Yeah, that's right. So, hello.
am.
Today, the day that daylight saving time starts here in the Eastern Time Zone. So from now for the next 8 or so months, then all of our dates will be given as
Ooh.
EDT as opposed to EST.
That's correct. I've just been writing ET for the longest time.
Same. I forget which
Bad
one it
news.
is constantly.
That's it. Bad news. Yeah.
ET works.
Yeah. Eastern time.
I want it too. Hooray!
Fuckery.
Incredible.
Hey, you picked a good day to show up for all of you here because it's the first session. Albeit our session 0 is still available. You can go and check that shit out on YouTube if you really want. But it is also a good day to show up because if you stick around to the mid-session break, don't forget that there is a raffle for the PDF of Avatar Legends.
Yes. Which of course, as Aragorn points out, you would know if you were a member of the Discord because that's where it was posted first.
Yeah.
I don't think so, Kung Fu Fenris.
Are we on a level 5?
Food. None of us have like it.
Well,
available.
also Twitch removed the upper limit, so you can just go to like level infinite
Oh my
type
God.
trains. It obviously gets harder, like
Right, sure,
longer
sure.
you go.
And I'm just imagining as the hype train goes up, like our faces, just like the skin starts going to push back because the train just keeps going faster and faster.
It's gone to ludicrous speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like how Kung Fu Fenders every once in a while will be like, "What?" And I'm like,
Caps.
because there's a delay, I
don't
don't
know.
know what you're referring to.
That's right, Aramethius. There's a level 1 and a level 2, etc. Yeah, you get the idea.
Thanks, RNG.
Oh my God! Everyone's so nice. They've gone plaid.
Yeah.
They've gone to plaid.
Actually, look at our colors. On
Yeah.
this is looking really lovely. We've got like a column of green and blue and like a reddish kind of.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's very aesthetically
We
pleasing.
have to slow down first. Bullshit! Just stop!
Brutal.
And the junket.
The junket.
Has it ever been referred to as the John Kit before?
I've never heard it, or I don't remember hearing it,
Yeah.
but it's so obvious
Furniture colors.
that I. God fucking damn it.
It's true though.
Would you like your couch in Scott Blue? May I interest you in a Kate Burgundy?
I'm now gonna start calling all jackets John kits.
No.
Even if John is nowhere near
Well, that
them.
doesn't make. Now I'm confused. I feel like a junket sounds like a jolly banquet or
Or
something.
Dewey, the turtle.
What?
Or Dewey.
Or maybe we fucked around with things a little bit.
You'll have to wait and find out.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
7,000 years of viewership.
Erwin has
Basically.
been here for a long time.
She knows 10,000 things and has been around for 7,000 years. That's just
Exactly.
how it works
It's just
out.
like-
That's why she talks like this.
Erwin has been She Who Knows 10,000 Things since almost the beginning of this
a
channel.
long time.
Before we ever played
Well,
out.
from the beginning of this channel. And
Beginning of
since
this
the
channel.
beginning of our
Oh my
streams.
god, you're right. Yeah, we weren't on this channel forever either. It just feels like it.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So that's us.
That's us.
That's us.
Here we go. Everyone's the best.
So,
You're the best. You're the best.
we're going to be taking a break at about an hour and a half from now.
Yeah.
And if you're around for that, then you will be eligible to enter into the raffle. We will be giving out one PDF copy of Avatar Legends, the core book for what we are about to play.
We can also sass Academy Award outfits briefly during the break. Like maybe a
Amazing.
30-second sass fest for that.
What I really
I'm just
want.
going to walk away and come back in a ball gown.
That would be, honestly, I'd be thrilled. 10K and 100.
No. Every time she learns something new, something less important falls out. That's my headcanon.
Jesus.
It
This is
the
why she can
duty of
never
the
remember
unresting.
Scott's name.
Honestly, I'll allow it. I barely remember anyone's name as it is. So,
Scooter Bay?
I mean, she brings up an excellent
Bay.
point. Jev has not let her sleep in 5 months.
Oh.
Yeah. All hail.
Why is Jeff in charge of everyone's
Yay.
sleep patterns?
Because of the cult.
Oh, sure.
So
Is that an owl?
So he
reading a
runs a
book?
cult, and
my
Ellie's
God.
and Aragorn
What?
are not
I
allowed
forgot
to
about the
sleep
fucking
because they have
to
to
have
work
gained.
for
That
the
is
cult.
an owl reading a book. That's actually
know.
perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
OMG.
Thanks, Twitch.
It might be a vulture.
It is an owl, I declare it. It is a knowledgeable owl.
Declared.
Give me my reward.
How fucking dare you?
That's
I had trouble on
It's
North the
hype.
other day.
What?
Hype reading.
Yes, I got it.
Oh,
Success.
nice.
Excellent. That's all I care about.
Damn.
I'm really bummed I don't have that.
Yeah, me too. Man, should have
Next.
resubscribed on a better day.
Next hype train.
Ooh. Most interesting critter coming in here with the verses is already.
Yeah.
Love that.
So if you did catch our session 0, you should know that there has been actually a couple of changes since, and we encourage that. There is a grace period for all of you from now until the beginning of the 4th session. So for sessions 1, 2, and 3, if there's anything you want to change at all on your character sheet, by all means, go for it. We'll retcon anything that we have to. We'll figure things out. But obviously, as we're playing, you might figure that there's some things about your sheet that didn't quite fit the way you wanted to. So obviously, you have that option available to you. You also, of course, have the option of making a new character from scratch if you really
Goddamn.
choose to.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
there is that as well. Wenfu and Wan Shitong were college roommates. Maybe.
I mean,
I'd buy it.
the books.
So,
In
a couple of disclaimers right off the bat. The first is that this is the first time that we have played this game. And while we did do some practicing beforehand, obviously, if there's elements of the mechanics that we are getting wrong or whatever, feel free to throw it up there in chat. We'll have a look at it. obviously we're going to focus on the story more than anything else, and we may not change things immediately, but by all means, if there are things that we're missing, just please throw that in there. Second thing, also as a reminder, this is a game that is based on Avatar: The Last Airbender and Avatar: The Legend of Korra, but you may have missed, and you'll see it again shortly, this game is rated mature. It's not to say that we're going to... When I say it's rated mature, doesn't that imply...
It absolutely implies that,
Theoretically.
like, immediately we're going to be, like, hacking limbs off people and, like, throwing people into carts that explode and shit. Yeah, for sure. That's the implication.
It also implies that we're mature, which we are so not.
That's a good point, too.
Yeah.
But yes, Aragorn, sometimes you take a vacation and you visit a mature theme or two.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, there's only a few ways that I'd actually be willing to visit a mature theme.
And
you wanna
one
let
of
us know
them
about that?
is with 3 flat sheets of plastic.
Wow!
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our safety.
Segue.
Welcome to our safety talk. We have a safety card system in place for our own comfort, safety, and boundaries. And there's some stuff in place for you as well. You do not have cards, but you do have options, and I'll get to that in a bit. What a green card means, if someone at the table holds it up, is that despite outward appearances, I am enthusiastically consenting to what is going on, and I'm good to continue. A yellow card is a pause card, means, hey everyone, I need to make the table aware of something. So quick heads up, and then we are usually good to continue after that fact. And a red card is a stop card. I am not good to continue. In our case, it usually means that we'll flip to a BRB screen while we discuss internally, and we will only continue streaming if everybody at the table is comfortable and confident to go on. What options are available for you folks at home? Because your safety is also important to us. You can always whisper RPG Clinic. Then that will be shown to all of us. You could also whisper one of our mods. Today we have Aragorn and we have Kung Fu Fenris. Hello to you both, and thank you for being here. And they can pass on their feedback, your feedback anonymously if you so choose. And another thing you can do is you can always leave the chat or turn off the stream. Of course, we'll be sad to see you go, but you need to prioritize your safety as much as we need to prioritize ours. Thanks,
Yep.
folks.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Can I buy those yet?
Technically, yes. If you check out rpgclinic.com/safety at the very bottom, there are ways for you to print them at home on it for yourself. But there are also links to the storefronts we haven't officially launched, but those are these final versions. There's slightly different print qualities and stuff between the more US cost-friendly option and the more rest of the world cost-friendly option, but they're all outlined at the bottom of rpgclinic.com/safety.
Which we love. Thank you. Yeah. But as is been alluded to, I think that also means that there will be a capital L launch at some point, which
Yes.
will be nice for us to
Hashtag soon.
talk about.
All I see here from Captain Sluy is USA, USA, USA.
Usagi?
Oh.
You can lift them without damaging them if you need to.
Aragorn likes to be.
Same.
Oh. Aragorn likes to be,
Thorough
Yeah, cover the bases, right?
in her QA.
Yeah, Aragorn was our wonderful US print QA test.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
The only way to claim something is to lick it. So, I have to claim that vaccines are an effective thing by,
Not like a point of view. I think she means
I gotta
like
like this point of view.
not like a point.
Not like a political stance or a... Oh,
I
God.
also have to make sure I meant ineffective means of preventing disease as opposed to ineffective. Vaccines are good. Go get your shots.
Yep. Me now. Yep.
And the cards chop down a tree.
I'm Paula licking.
Yeah, I feel the
Oh.
trying to throw a card into a thing. Yeah.
Arrogant can try to, skip stones with the cards,
Yeah.
fly a kite as a card.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice.
Avatar.
Avatar.
Yes. Have good food. Huff test. Actually, that's nice. They don't huff.
They don't hop off the table.
I'm
That's
not
not what
gonna
I was
try
thinking,
too
but like
hard.
I'll allow it.
None of our cards may have to. You may know.
Unbelievable.
It's mostly hidden behind
So
our
not what I thought.
nameplates, but we do have little cards and things that we will be using.
They're all covered by our nameplates.
Yeah,
but-
that's okay.
Oh, I thought Aragorn was.
I also, yeah, exactly, Split, yeah.
Now you dice them up and give yourself a brand new form of, like, nose cancer.
Yep. Oh, probably not one of the mature themes we're going to be visiting today, I
No.
would assume.
With us, you never can be too sure.
God.
There are certain things that I'm sure of, and one of them is huffing Jenkum is not the way to.
I picked the wrong way to stop huffing green cards. I don't know.
Do you have any questions before we start?
No.
Do you have any questions before we start? I should ask that first. I should really ask the audience.
Yeah,
There's
because
the
they take the,
delay.
yeah. And then we can take our time being like, you said no, I remember. You know, it's fine.
Looks like I picked the wrong day to quit huffing glue. Sniffing glue. He says sniffing glue. All right. How fancy is the overlay?
I mean, feels pretty fancy to me.
I mean, what's the scale here?
Buckle up.
Ooh, that's like a 10. That's like a 10.
No, it's not that.
That's pretty
But
good.
it's. I'm proud of it. I'm
Cup.
quite proud of it.
What are you, some kind of cup?
Oh god.
Amazing. This is, yeah, to highlight what we are all specifically laughing about.
Jesus.
For those of you possibly listening on podcast,
Oh, yeah, there's...
setting, dimly lit alleyway night. Hey, I heard you have RPG Clinic safety cards.
You a cup? Okay, some kind of...
Hi.
Okay.
You just have a coat, like a trench coat made of cards.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, no, you open it up and it's like, it's lying.
lying.
Yeah.
The cards.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
But it's like the Magic the Gathering, like those card sleeves that are plastic that you can put like 9x9.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that you put in a
Oh,
binder,
I'm
but
very
it's
familiar
literally
with
the
those.
entire lining of your coat.
Oh, boy.
Oh god,
never
that's
heard of
hilarious, and I want to write this into a film somewhere.
And if I'll ask a question, but
Oh.
Go on.
I will be able to answer it in upcoming.
Scene received. Yes, and a toasted.
Yes. Woohoo. Oh,
Yeah.
I was
have
just
so many
looking
boots.
busy. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
never have to, Liv.
Oh, it's like, oh, new person. Hi. Bye. The other, on your other screen, you might have a.
It's gone.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Incredible.
We actually need something a little different. This is what I would normally use, but for now we have something else. Long, long ago, the four nations, earth, air, fire, and water, lived together in harmony. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. It has been some time since the 100 Years' War, and the nations are learning about harmony once again, especially through the city formed from all four nations, the United Republic. Republic City, resting on lands graciously donated by the Earth Kingdom, is where we set our action today. We're still in the age of the Avatar Korra, The Avatar is the only one who can manipulate and bend all 4 elements, although in the world today, there are many who can bend one, be it air, fire, earth, or water. Not all heroes are benders. There are those who use their skill at arms, their ingenuity and creativity with technology in order to even the playing field or even get ahead from those who are able to master these martial arts of being able to manipulate their chosen, the elements for which they are born to. In the United Republic, it is a hodgepodge of all 4 of these nations coming together, including the air nomads, who had until only recently been on the absolute brink of extinction. They've now found themselves coming back after the spirit convergence. Airbenders around the world began to appear, realizing the rebirth of a nation that many thought was doomed. It has been some troubling times for Republic City of late. The attack by the Earth Kingdom forces has been only a very fresh memory in everyone's mind. But the city has been rebuilding, especially around the spirit portal that now exists within the center of the city. The other buildings have made their way back up, scraping the sky. Buildings built by such luminary corporations as Varick Global Industries, Future Industries, and Cabbage Corp.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 of you, not necessarily brought together by the needs of industry or by the power of spirits that exist in this world, you don't share a common element to bend. You don't share a common nation to call your home, or your homeland, I suppose I should say. You do have a common home now.
Home, yeah, but
Bow. You arrived in Republic City how long ago?
I would say almost 3 years ago.
From where?
Hailing originally from Fire Fountain City within the Fire Nation. Bao, shortly after becoming an airbender, left home to seek out a new life away from their history.
And therefore your training comes not just from airbending?
No, also originally in technology.
Young Su, how long ago did you arrive in Republic City?
much more recently, I imagine. Probably within the last year. Hailing from a small village in the northern part of the Earth Kingdom, which, doesn't exist the same way that it used to now, hence part of the reason why he's here in Republic City. Youngsu is not a bender, but he does have some ability with weaponry. A weapon in particular.
Don, you don't necessarily know from where you come from.
Oh,
do you?
damn. Shit.
Yes, but she's grown up in Republic City, has spent many years here, doesn't know anywhere else. She was left on the steps of the temple as an infant, as a baby. Baby.
And now the 3 of you find yourselves here in Republic City. Imagine just a bustling metropolis. If there is a city that is more modern, more forward, more ahead of its time, that has the pep, get up and go,
The Moxie!
It's really got some zinging stuff, you know?
moxie and chutzpah to really make it in today's world. It is Republic City. And my favorite part of Republic City, it isn't the fact that now spirits have taken over a significant chunk of it. It's not the fact that it has a beautiful harbor looking out over Air Temple Island and then off to the rest of the nations. And it isn't even the fact that you can find some of the best cuisines from around the four nations right here inside. My favorite part about Republic City is the fact that it is impossible to predict what's going to happen next. I'm a city person myself. I grew up in a city. I've lived in cities all my life. And while I definitely envy some of the more relaxed natures of those who have had their time being able to relax and live a slower paced life, I definitely have felt in my time knowing that there's access to anything and almost everything just right at the tip of my fingers. But of course, in this particular case, what you have access to at the tip of your fingers is a simple tea shop. Kaiming hasn't named her shop. There's no sign out front to indicate that it exists. It just is an open area with a few tables, several chairs, and one long bar from which she crafts these drinks with tiny bits of floating root.
Yum.
Always making sure that there's a healthy bit of ice around because, of course, sometimes boba tea is served ice cold. Therefore, she has a contract with a local waterbender who just comes by every morning, drops off like a chunk of ice, and then just keeps going.
Nice.
Imagine, right, in a world where refrigerators will eventually exist, but, you still have the ice box person come along.
The Iceman.
Well, someone who can literally
Iceman
kind of
cometh.
slog some water along and then be like, here you go.
The Iceman cometh.
Nice.
But it's here that you were promised that a mutual acquaintance of yours was going to return to Republic City after making one of his most important deliveries. Tatik of the Northern Water Tribe has been working for quite some time in Republic City as the preeminent independent courier, working to deliver back and forth for the 3 mega corporations that exist here. He has only 3 rules. He'll never look inside the packages he delivers. Their seals will remain intact until delivered. He will do whatever he can to remain discreet and speedy to deliver these. And finally, that he will remain above the law when possible, as it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It was Tatik that a certain triad boss, Tarkhan of the Hot Rocks,
Huge fan, by the way, of the Hot Rocks. That's very funny.
demanded that you, in fact, at first approach and then even capture Tatik in his bid to become a more reputable citizen of Republic City, claiming that it is weapons and perhaps even doomsday weapons or the materials required for them that he was shipping. But 1 month ago, almost to the day, Tatik managed to convince you that, in fact, he is on a mission of peace, despite the fact that he is perhaps a member of the Southern Water Tribe's Special Forces, even though he's been maintaining that he's been a courier here in Republic City for at least 3 years. But he said that he would come back. Before then, though, Kaiming has once again served some of her boba tea to those who can't afford to pay or those who pay just a little too much. Somehow it all balances out in the end. But she's standing behind her bar trying to brush the powdery bits of her taro root off her stained apron. She looks up with a grin and says, I got the message, and he's on his way here today. I expect him in the next 30 minutes. It's a good thing, too. I imagine his plants are dead.
Certainly not.
I've been taking really good care of them.
Yeah, why would you think they'd be dead?
Well, I don't know. I've never been very good at taking care of plants.
You're certainly good at crafting them into wonderful beverages.
True.
She pulls out this big cleaver that she has from behind and then has a row of what looks like a very kind of like pert dough wrapped in a long like strand, and she just splits the knife apart into two and just goes and just all the way down the line. It's a living.
Like Youngsu's like half up from the table to like peer over the bar to watch the process, for sure.
In the road outside, there are children who, on their day off from school, are playing a rudimentary version of a game normally played by earthbenders, in which they're trying to get a ball into a goal, but only through the use of earthbending. However, none of these kids are earthbenders, so they are pretending.
Aw.
They're just kicking a rock around.
They're just basically kicking a rock around, but like not directly the rock, but like
Right.
other rocks to push the ball.
So
I sidle up close to
my
the
God.
window, and I try to be really casual about like earthbending a little bit near them to maybe make them think that they're doing something that they're not.
change the Avatar crossover.
Oh, wow.
Just like a little extra height to some of the rocks.
Vi, you're an earthbender.
Oh no.
Vi is like, of course I am, and then stomps both of his feet, boom, into the ground, and nothing happens. And then he just starts going like, ha, ha, trying to make sure that he can do the martial forms that he's seen other earthbenders do, and of course it is accomplishing Bobkiss.
You're doing great. I'm gonna go check on the plant.
Okay.
You should. Look, I don't want to tell you your business. I wonder if you should be giving, false hope out there.
Oh, they're just playing a game.
I know they're just playing a game, but like, what if one of them gets into trouble and thinks, oh, I'm gonna earthbend myself out of this,
Well, kids.
Life is hard.
Yeah, and they're gonna learn that sometime later, but they're kids. Let them have fun.
You mean you never pretended to be a bender?
Of course I pretended to be a bender. Everyone pretends to be a bender.
I've pretended to be a bender. I've been a firebender, an earthbender, and I've been an airbender.
You were the Avatar.
No,
Oh, different times. I understand.
I'm not the Avatar. Spoiler warning. Kaibing is totally...
Can I? I was gonna say, can I check to see if she's lying? Is there some way I can discern if this is? Please don't. Oh, that's funny. Sorry.
Look, what did you play as a kid?
I don't know. There's all kind of farming related stuff,
Is that where your parents tricked you into doing farm chores, but they called it a game?
They didn't have to trick me into doing anything. And there's as he sits down.
Sorry.
No, they didn't have to trick me into doing anything. I wanted to work. I wanted to make sure that we could provide food for everybody. There's something really beautiful about creating life with your hands. Kaiming? Like you do with the drinks, but this was, rice and...
I don't create life with my hands, Youngsu. I create life other ways. Never mind, I'll tell you.
Blank stare, yeah.
Well, Bao, how about you?
That's on, sorry.
Childhood games?
Certainly, Pai Show was a frequent lesson.
It's a smart game.
Biggest eye roll from Kaiming. Pie show.
a game of tactics and intelligence and preparation and reading your opponent. Is that what Pai Show? I think that's what Pai Show is.
Tactics and intelligence? No, not for me. Thank you.
It is a way to learn about yourself and others.
No one ever taught me that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Would have thought you'd be doing all sorts of like fancy stuff.
Fancy stuff.
Yeah, you know, Pai Show,
Is Pai Show fancy?
incense ceremonies.
Lots of people play Pai Show. You just actually have to be smart, which precludes me.
I guess me too. I'm gonna go water the cactus.
Do you think she knows you don't have to water a cactus that much?
Does she think she knows that it sounds a little weird to say I'm going to go water the cactus?
Maybe that's
And off Don goes to water the cactus.
Question.
Yeah.
Is Dawn going to water the cactus, or is it a euphemism?
or is that like hint hint? Let's leave here.
No, or well, that too as well. Yeah, no.
She
but,
is
like,
gonna go, but she's got like a little kind of eyedropper sort of thing to put in just the smallest amount of water.
Bleep.
That's really good, actually.
She can tell exactly how hydrated or not hydrated it is, I assume.
Yeah.
Tatik's room has the trappings of somebody who comes from the water tribes, the polar tribes anyway. Maybe not the foggy swamp. That's a
Whole different
that's a
kettle
whole
of
different
fish, yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
With various pelts on the wall, some traditional weapons that seem more decorative than anything else, probably just to remind him of home. And it always has a very kind of comfortable feel to it. Like it's as if it's a center of warmth.
Dawn takes her time specifically looking at the weapons and the various decor on the walls. She's just like, oh, where have you all been?
Weapons probably don't answer.
Fascinating.
Do you know what? Have you visited any of the water tribes before?
No. I've gone to the desert, and that's it.
Again, not a euphemism. Just checking.
Yeah.
I get it.
By desert, you mean the Siwang Desert
Correct.
Yeah.
there, right?
Nice.
Which is, wait, I feel like it's
Where
getting
the
more.
Pai Show
Pai Show.
There it is.
Through the
Yeah.
tiles, the Pai Sho tile, the White Lotus tile.
It's all connected.
It's a huge desert. A lot of it is still uncharted, but yeah, I definitely spent a bunch of time over there. Although that is where Republic City
Yeah.
is. So
I'm taking a big slurp of boba tea and lounging, kicking my feet up a little bit and regarding Bao across our whatever kind of table situation we have here.
So, do you actually think he's going to return? It's been some time.
He said he always comes back. I don't have any reason to doubt him. He seems dedicated to his work, you know?
And what if his work requires him to be elsewhere for another dozen months?
Well, I guess Don's gonna keep feeding that cactus. And we're gonna have to find some other way of working. But we can do that, right?
Of course.
Resourceful. Hey, what was it like when you first started airbending? I can't really, I'm trying to imagine what it'd be like to wake up with magic powers, you know?
Yeah. It was strange and scary, and I couldn't control it at first.
Nice.
Certainly
Bet you
broke some
windows.
valuables.
Yeah, nice.
But, it's certainly something I never truly dreamed of. My family wasn't gifted with many benders. So, it wasn't really on my radar.
Sure, your family was gifted in other ways, though. Right?
Of
Probably?
course. All are.
Yeah.
And you.
I scarred back in.
Oh, hello.
Gifted with plenty of means. You can stop someone faster than I certainly could.
If you don't have a natural skill for something, you have to work really hard to develop it over time, right? That's it's just one of the lessons of life.
All talent or natural skill does is get your foot in the door a little faster. Training and discipline won't get you much further.
I'm convinced discipline is something that you are also born with a certain amount of.
I suppose.
That's just me. I mean, like, I assume you didn't wake up one day making boba teas like this.
Oh, of course I did. I woke up one day and I saw that there was just a whole lot of sugar and water and taro root in front of me, and I thought, sure, I can. No, I spent years figuring it. No, not years. I've been doing it for years. I guess it's kind of like, I think anybody could make boba tea, but do you think they could make it as good as me? I'm not sure about that. And she sort of flexes her shoulders a bit, and her twin braids at the back just sort of like heave out slightly and come back in, almost as if her whole hair is moving slightly.
Okay. Hairbender.
Absolutely high key. I hate boba tea.
Oh, damn.
So
Here we are. Would you say Kaiming is like muscular at all?
okay, well, why don't you assess the situation?
Oh.
If that's what you're doing here.
Hey,
I think-
first stroll, checking for muscles. First stroll.
Yeah, since there's no appearance rating, we gotta find some other way to assess the situation.
Look,
So what are you trying to do
Classic
here? Are you trying to figure out if she's a threat?
nope. That doesn't seem appropriate.
We don't actually have to.
What's
make
my
a roll.
best way in, out, and through?
Detective
Unbelievable. No, nice. No, I was based on her appearance, trying to discern whether her work has brought her a certain degree of like physical skill.
Yeah, she has to haul her ingredients herself. She's the only one who works here. So she's definitely looks like she's got some underlying strength behind that, and obviously she has the precision of somebody who's been cooking this sort of thing for a long time.
Yeah.
But she's not jacked.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes a ton of sense.
No.
Just getting it in my old noggin.
But you're not trying to assess whether or not she's a threat.
No,
is really the-
especially I have an additional part to assess the situation in my playbook where I can determine like what's the most vulnerable thing to me in this moment. I wouldn't want to know that in this exact instant, but maybe I will later.
It's your feelings.
Honestly, that's fair.
You could pretty much wreck your own feelings.
Kaiming.
Yes.
Does Tatik have a favorite kind of tea? We should get him one for like a welcome back present.
Tatik serves. I serve him whatever I have. He's never expressed any kind of preference. He cares more about what he eats.
Oh, what does he like to eat?
Stuff that's gross. Sea prunes.
Sea prunes.
His favorite is sea prunes.
Oh,
I can't stand them.
Where can we find sea prunes?
You're joking.
What do you mean?
I said it sarcastically. Maybe you didn't understand. You must be kidding me. I still said it sarcastically. We're not gonna go find sea prunes for this guy. That's disgusting. Do you know what they smell like? It's gonna stink up the whole
I don't
shop.
know what they smell like. I've never smelled them before.
Oh, so you wanna go smell some sea prunes now? Okay.
It wouldn't hurt.
Now you wanna go smell some sea prunes?
They're basically fish.
I sense that we may be on that path.
I just thought that would be nice. He comes back from a month away, and we've got some food that he likes to eat. And then maybe he'll, tell us a little bit more about what he was doing.
Does he like stuff like sea prunes, or does he like sea prunes? This is an important distinction. I just want to make sure we don't make a mistake.
He likes lots of food, but he tends to go for water tribe stuff if he's around.
Got it.
We could go to the market.
We could.
Yeah. No one's like wanted there yet.
Haha.
You'll miss him. He's supposed to be here any minute.
You want to just duck out? I'm kidding. Don't. Just we'll wait.
I'll wait.
We'll wait. We can look. If he looks hungry, we'll offer to take him out somewhere or something. Right?
Okay.
You're trying to butter him up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
The kids who are playing in the road are now intensely aware that one of their group has tripped, fallen, skinned her knee,
Oh.
and has now picked up the rock that they've been pushing around and has hidden it underneath her butt to make sure that no one else can play, while she is starting to like press on either side of the wound, making sure that like to bleed out the dust and trying to figure out what she's supposed to do about it. She looks very stoic, although one of the boys standing next to her, who looks maybe about 7 years old, he looks like he's about to pass out.
Oh God. Oh jeez. I'm gonna languidly. I'm gonna get up and stretch, and then take a couple steps to just step outside the tea office.
The tea
office.
conference
Tea office.
room.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Sweet Jesus. To the outside, to the tea shop.
So it's kind of open air.
Oh, okay.
So like there's definitely like a fence. So like a fenced in sort of area. It's more like a terrace, but it happens to have a building above it.
Okay. Crouch down next to the little girl and the person whose knee was skinned and all. I'm making
The little girl is the one whose knee is skinned.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, and then I'm also making sure to make some eye contact with the kid who might.
That
pass
kid
out
looks
now.
like he's about. He keeps kind of looking at it, being like, "Oh no."
It's amazing.
I want to crouch down next to her and just be like, "Hey, you need anything? You okay?"
My knee is going to be just fine.
Good for you.
Of course.
That's the best way to treat your body, to be like, you're gonna be okay.
My dad says that if you skid your knee, it'll fall off.
I don't think your dad is telling you everything that's true.
You don't have to listen to him. He's only 7.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'm 9.
I definitely hide a huge thumbs up. I'm like, nice. That's pretty good.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Make it to 9? Is that what you're doing?
It's a tough world to live in. I don't know what to tell you. None of my friends made it to 9. Anyway, it's a whole thing.
Jesus.
I learned that you have to make sure to bleed a little longer so that you don't get sick.
That's not what I heard where I grew up, but,
What do they do where you grew up?
Well, I take if there's a little tuft of grass maybe nearby, just like growing out of the dirt or something.
Sure.
Pick up the tuft of grass and spit on it and start to mush it up.
It's the scent of chlorophyll.
My mom used to make this sort of paste, and she said that it was nice to have something on you that smelled nice. And when you pull up some grass, it'll grow back. Just like your knee will grow back. And I slap it on her knee at that moment.
The little boy goes, "He spit on that!"
I did.
Okay. Can I get back to playing?
How do you feel?
Like I smell pretty. You smell like his spit. You need to shut up.
Smells like grass!
I don't need any.
I'm gonna lean in close and be like, were you winning?
I don't think we're keeping score.
How do you know who's winning?
Does it have to be about winning? And the little boy goes, "Yes."
He wasn't, was
There's
he?
more to be gained on the playing field than
As-
simple score.
As you're crouched down, you see a short, like well built, but a shorter man walking down the street. He's got sort of his long, like blue sort of like wrap around him, but he's got his arm wraps up, so like his tunic doesn't actually cover past his shoulders. It's just an arm wrap, which then goes up for that. Still wearing the sort of gloves that are very common among those of the water tribe. He's got a nice big satchel next to him that looks like it's kind of sagged as if it normally is full of other things and now carries a lot less. He's whistling as he comes along, and he looks down gravely at the girl who's there. It seems like people get injured all the time. I said I'd be back.
Welcome back.
Tatik just nods at you and puts one hand up on his shoulder. I'm interrupting. I apologize, miss. I didn't mean to stop this tender care that you are receiving.
No, I was heading back in. I just wanted to tell her one thing first.
Of course.
And I lean in and I whisper in the kid's ear, go kick their butts.
Okay. And then she pulls the rock out from under her.
Yeah.
And then she rolls it along the ground a little bit, goes, that's been under your butt.
And I just kind of laugh and stand up to be, I guess, eye to eye with Tatik.
How tall are you?
I was thinking a little kind of on the smaller side as well, so a little maybe less than average height.
Okay. Well, then you're basically standing eye to eye.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't actually really describe myself at all, in this moment. So
Go ahead.
in this moment, so yeah, Youngsu's like a little, I would say, small, like quite lithe. He's wearing very simple. I described it somewhere anyway. He's wearing a very simple kind of vest and pants combo. There's wooden bangles on his wrist. Yeah.
I am asking,
Yes.
are you wearing a shirt?
No.
So you're just wearing
I'm rocking the Aladdin, the vest over nothing.
Are you chiseled?
Yeah, I think he's pretty.
All that tossing turnips. Did I get anyone? Did I get either?
The euphemism.
So you're cut.
I would say I'm pretty cut. Yeah. Short crop, kind of light hair, and yeah, these like wooden bangles up his wrist, across his back, sort of tucked through. I guess a little strap on the vest is a staff, like a long kind of walking stick staff.
Aragorn has asked, are you Tatooine?
I don't understand the question, and I won't respond to it. No, I don't believe so. No, I can't see where I would be.
A turnip just on your sternum.
My family's raised turnips in these parts for 8,000 years. Thank you, Murinchita. Thank you. It sounds filthy.
Maybe after we can water a cactus.
Gross. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, so you enjoy getting little pricks wet?
Oh.
One jump.
Yes, a turnip with a dagger through it that reads "Mom." That's fucking good. Yes.
Incredible.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Anyway, that's
See, I've
that's Youngsu.
mastered the manipulation of the lotus, so.
that. Now that, if that's not a euphemism, I don't know what is. Unbelievable. 7 points.
Tatik nods. Do you mind if we go inside?
After you. You must be tired after a long journey or whatever.
I never feel tired coming home.
An admirable viewpoint.
Kaiming. He reaches into his satchel and he pulls out a tiny carving of an otter penguin. Sorry?
Sorry, I just shivered and wondered why I was cold. Don't mind me.
Brr.
Because someone from the Water Nation just came in and maybe there's some ice bending going on. I don't know. Don't mind me.
Yes.
I was just checking to see if you're wearing socks.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious. I am not cold, but I am also wearing a junket, apparently.
Junket!
Hands the carving over to Kaiming. Dan, Youngsu, Bao, I'm so glad you're still here.
Dawn has a few flavored options of boba, which she's been getting while y'all were outside.
What is Dawn wearing? What does she look like?
She's wearing her temple attire, which is just loose linen clothing in a kind of light sage color, intended to be cool in extreme heat. And the shoes she wears are more strips of leather that are bound around her feet, allowing her feet ample contact with the
So,
earth.
like sandals?
Yeah, but like they don't have a sole,
Okay.
if that makes any sense. So like there's still
Maybe
portions.
they have like a little thong wrapped around your toe
like
to sort of keep them in place.
there's kind of like the ball of her foot on the underneath. That is there's like a leather bit that she can like go up on her toes if she needs to fully protect her feet, but otherwise
Okay.
she's making contact as if wearing bare feet.
Great.
And her hair is like wound up in a crown braid.
Hashtag crown bird.
Exactly. And she just like kind of offers.
Has all the teas.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you would like any of these, but welcome home.
You're incredibly kind, miss. I really do appreciate this. And he sort of reaches under to try to make sure that he can not spill any of it, and then deftly just drops away to pull some of it and then places them on the table. And how about Bao? What do they look like?
They are wearing almost to the ground length robes. I've been trying to decide on a color first since you started asking about appearances. But in warm tones, let's say. But not like super saturated, more desaturated. And their hair is immaculately kept. Relatively short in length, but still in such a way that it needs maintenance to not be a mess. So it's clear that effort is being put into the appearance.
So not me.
Right.
100 strokes
I mean,
every
and,
night.
Oh, nice.
yeah. And it's clear that though just robes can seem pretty simple, the tailoring is quite refined.
I promised you answers. I'm here now. My apologies that you needed to wait. I do have a job and it needs to get done.
As did we.
He picks up one of the drinks and he swirls it slightly in his glass, and then when he takes a sip, so there's little reeds of bamboo that, well, like thick, I guess, reeds of bamboo that have been put in. So he takes a drink from it, from this makeshift straw, and of course it makes that kind of like the
Yep.
noise that as each little bit of boba just gets sucked up into it. It is good to be home. If you'll excuse me for just a moment, I'm just going to leave what I have upstairs and I'll be right back.
Are you comfortable with talking here, or would you like us to find somewhere else?
I have nothing to hide. There's a little bit of there's like the slightest bit of a twinkle in his eye, because like very clearly he obviously has something to hide, but he heads upstairs.
Cactus has been watered.
Is that
Just yeah,
Yeah.
but kind of like trailing off.
I think he'll know.
Not necessarily.
I think he will know. It's not dead.
Well, yeah, but you shouldn't be drowning it in water
Right,
either.
because
If
it
he showed
would
up
be
and there was
dead
a lot
if
of water in the cactus,
because it
I
would
would
be
be
dead.
in big trouble. And
I feel like you've invested a lot in this cactus, but it's a cactus.
it's the first time that we've been left in charge of his property, and we're trying to get him to trust us. I feel like this could be called some top tier strategizing.
Look, I don't live in a desert, but I feel like you can pretty much just leave a cactus alone, and it'll be super happy.
Yeah, well, cactus have actually developed ways of surviving in the desert, which you clearly know nothing.
I believe that Tatik is a discerning individual who will recognize and appreciate your care,
Thank you, Bab.
because it will be simple to observe the plant is not dead.
Exactly.
I think we can all appreciate your care. just like rocking his way up towards the tea shop is Chu. Chu is someone who you recognize as one of the former lieutenants of the Hot Rocks.
Oh, shit.
So,
CHU.
CHU, great. Wasn't
Choo.
sure it was a double O or a U. Choo.
He's just got his hands just dug deep into his own vest over a sparkling white shirt. But behind him, there's a couple of goons who are just flexing their shoulders, kind of making themselves quite obvious that they're there, and they've all got these batons that they're swinging at their sides. And then just further off, there's a Satomobile with one like tough-looking character. She's got hair that's spiked all along her back.
That is nice.
She's behind the wheel of the car, and she's just putting her arm out, and she's sneering at the kids because she is now parked directly in the middle of their game.
What a piece of shit!
Just gonna run them over too afterwards.
Choo. Bao is going to draw themselves to their feet and stand quite tall at first, and then bow in greeting.
How tall is Chu? Or not Chu? I know
I
how
don't know how tall.
How tall is Bao?
I would say that Bao is probably like an inch above average.
Okay. How about Dom?
That's a good question. 5'6".
Okay.
How tall are people in this universe?
Yeah.
Normal height for this? I don't know.
That is normal.
Now, see, Bao,
Good show.
I know personally that the three of you still have an unfinished contract.
It's difficult to complete a contract when the contractor is no longer available to complete the terms. I do not believe that we had signed up for a charitable mission.
No. Charity starts at home, and he goes up to the bar and just slams his elbow on it. Kai Ming. 4. Make sure that there's a little bit of extra boba in one of them. You know the way that I like it, and not too cold. See, this is charity. And as Kai Ming puts the 4 drinks on there, he scoops them up and he tosses 2 of them to the goons, who catch them with a minimum amount of sloshing.
See-
Kai Ming just sort of nudges the plate that she uses to collect money. You know, the kind of thing you put them in there and then she would immediately just take it.
Yeah.
But it's like a place to...
Yeah, a little.
So she nudges it a little forward and he ignores it entirely.
Charity for thee.
It seems appropriate. Now, where is your friend? Because we need to have a little bit of a word. After all, you wouldn't want for Tarkhan to rot in jail forever, would you? I thought you were his friends.
I'm pretty sure he was trying to get us killed.
It's a funny way of treating your friends.
Who wants anybody killed? No one wants anybody killed.
If he's sent you a message to explain our misunderstanding, I'd love to hear it.
He hasn't sent no message. I'm just making sure that his affairs are in order while he is taking an extended vacation.
So you are acting as his representative while he is indisposed.
His most trusted advisor.
Of course. Of course, Chu.
I heard of those vacations that, like, you know, the really rich people say they're going to, like, the Crystal Oasis, but really they're going because they've done some bad stuff and they need to disappear for a while. Is that where you're
No.
Chu's mustache starts to flop into his mouth as he starts breathing in, so he's chewing on his own,
I
like,
love it.
and just takes it out and just...
Nice. Amazing.
Why don't you ask your friends to park their Saddlemobile in the shade over there? And I point to the side of the street that is currently shaded by buildings, aka not in the center.
You see, we're trying to crawl our way out of the light, or out of the darkness, into the light.
Well, then the sunnier spot is over there.
I don't think there's anything wrong with where we've parked. And then the woman from far off into the car leans out and goes, "Yeah!"
Certainly, I believe that the local... I don't want to establish the avatar name for a parking meter person, like meter maid, but like, you know, that person.
Yeah.
Meter monitors.
Yeah, great. I love it.
The Mimos.
Yeah, so also watches? I don't know. So I'm going to look at the sun. It's true, I don't believe that the meter monitor is due for about 5 minutes, so I guess you aren't planning to stay for long.
We don't have to stay for long at all. You just have to let me know. You're gonna show up with our friend, right?
He left town about a month ago.
Oh, that's a real shame.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to look for him then,
Yeah.
huh? And the other two start coming around and start like lifting tables quite roughly. And Kaiming goes, "Oh no! Oh no!
I would like to I'm going to be using airbending, so this will probably be a rely on skillness and training. But yeah, I'd like to just a little flick of the wrist, and shoot just enough of a downforce on the tables that they're a bit harder to move around. Just enough of like a shift in the air pressure above and below them to push
So
them
like,
down.
so one of them's lifting it, and it's enough to kind of go, woof,
Yeah.
but not enough to like crash the table.
No.
You won't need to roll for that.
Okay.
That's fine.
As they make contact with the ground, could I reinforce it with earthbending? Like, could I have like the earth basically open to anchor the
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
the legs of the chair? That's the ticket.
Yeah.
So the table gets lifted up, slams back down, and when he tries to lift it again, it like clearly it's not working the same way.
That's very kind of you to make sure that the tables are arranged. Charity.
Like I said, charity starts at home. And then he just brings his elbow down, cracking the bar in the center.
My arms I can't catch it in time, but I'm gonna reach out and just grab him at the
See if you
elbow.
can catch it in time.
Okay, I'm gonna try to catch his elbow before he slams it into the
So what are you trying to do?
stop him from cracking the table.
That's all that you're trying to do? You're just trying to stop him from cracking the
No,
table?
I am no, this is a show of force, which will be followed up with some strong words, mister.
Okay, so you're trying to intimidate.
Yeah, I would say so.
Why don't you give me them strong words? So you're grabbing his elbow.
I don't think you understand what we're talking about right now. Okay? Our business is over. You got your boba. Why don't you go, ba? I just kidding. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it.
All right, son of a bitch.
So this is
Maybe not like
maybe not all
Shakespeare,
the time.
but
this is
I
an
still love it.
intimidation move.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go for that.
Thanks, guys.
So you're
Oh,
going to roll
someone
with
put it.
passion,
Okay.
and then we'll see how it goes.
Okay, great. Okay. So I rolled a 4. I have a +2 passion. That brings me to a 6.
Okay. Somebody want to help Young Soo, putting him up to 7?
So you've grabbed his elbow
Yeah,
and you're trying to intimidate him.
that's correct.
I would love to make the very earth tremble under Chu's feet.
Oh,
Okay.
spooky. Oh, the very
Like
earth.
maybe it's your knees quaking in fear.
Maybe.
And that's is that a fatigue or is that
Yes.
like,
So that's
To help
going to be
us.
1 fatigue for you,
Yeah.
Liz, to reflect the fact that you've helped. But that is going to bump your roll up by 1 to a 7. So that means that you have hit. So you get to choose one of on a hit. I get to choose one of the following 4 things. I get to choose to either have them run to escape or get back up. I could have them back down but keep watch. I could have them give in but with a few stipulations, or I can have them attack you. But off balance, we mark a condition on them right away.
Nice.
Okay. All right. We understand. And like he caught the elbow and he just lets it go. That's fine. We'll be seeing you around. Huh? Come on, let's scram.
Avoid the dark alleyways, okay?
Avoid the dark alleyways, okay? Except that he is actually still back.
He's like, ugh. Yeah.
Like, just get in the get in the mobile.
Mobile.
I would love to manipulate the air in one of the tires in the Saddlemobile so that it's gonna cause a slow leak.
So you're trying to break.
Just a really slow leak, but yes, I'm using my ability break.
Okay, so tell me about your break move.
It's an evade and observe move, so I'm not sure whether I can use it outside
You
of...
can use it outside
Okay,
of combat,
great.
yes.
Target a foe's vulnerable equipment, render it useless or broken, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate status.
Makes sense.
All right. I'm going to assume that this is relying on your skills and training for this. Because you are using airbending for this, are you not?
Yes. In this
Kind
case,
of
yeah.
kind of both your airbending and your tech to a
Yeah,
certain
exactly.
degree. But that would be your skills and training.
Yes.
So I'll have you roll with focus, please.
Great. That is a 6.
Okay, well, does somebody want to help her out here?
Yep. Now how am I gonna help break this?
It
Subtle
does have to
okay
make
with
sense
it
within the
failing.
fiction.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
okay with it failing.
I know.
I
know.
could create a little earth spike to puncture
Oh
the
my god, so cute.
bit at the weak spot that you've already
If you're
identified.
okay with picking up more fatigue, but honestly, I'm okay with this.
Let's do. I think it's an awesome idea.
All right,
I love
all
it. I'm happy to do it.
Dan, full of fatigue. Dan's,
Nice.
Dan's tiring day.
Yeah,
Don.
Yeah, very
Little
tired.
Don's big day.
Don's.
So you've managed to create enough of a. In fact, what I would suggest is that you inflate the tire slightly,
Okay.
which makes it a little more susceptible. It's a little
Getting
overinflated,
popped.
so now it's going to pop just from that little bit of a that you've
Yeah.
introduced for the tire.
Really should be careful where you park. That was my inside voice, right?
Was it? I really don't think it was.
So the three of them pile into the Saddlemobile, and then you see that Chew gives one of these, just like that. And then the car drives away, and you can hear this tiny little as
Nice.
they go. And Kaiming looks down and just goes, and runs her hands along the top of the bar. Thank you.
I hope they don't come back.
And they won't. Truth be told, there isn't much of a Hot Rocks anymore. Ever since Tarkhan went in, they're just trying to figure out a new pecking order, and eventually another triad's just going to come across this area and claim it as their own territory.
Such is the way of things. Hopefully, someone more amenable
Yeah.
than Chew.
I dig a few coins out of my purse or my pocket and put them in the tray. They didn't pay.
Don't pay for them. That just means that what they did was legitimate.
I mean, I thought I was paying for the entertainment.
This way I can hold it over them when they come back.
You let us know if they do anything, right? I don't like bullies.
Are you kidding me? You don't like bullies? I thought you loved bullies. From the way that you were treating him, I saw the way you touched his elbow.
A little weird blush that happens, just like, what? No, stop it. He brushes it out of his face somehow.
When it's only a few more moments after Tatik comes downstairs, he looks casually wary, just enough to make sure that there's no other trouble. And he sits down. I hope they didn't give you all that much trouble.
Certainly not.
They are still looking for you, even if it's just a few of them.
Trying to gain value through accomplishing a task. Certain.
We all need a direction, right?
It's like a polar bear dog chasing after a Satomobile. They wouldn't know what to do once they caught it.
I hope not.
Right now, what I can tell you is that I very much doubt they know why I was being looked for by Tarkhan. They just know that I was a target. Which means that I'm safe, and you're safe.
How does that mean that you're safe? If they find you, they don't need a reason. I don't think they care. They'll turn you over to that person.
Sit down. Let's talk about this. I said that I'd answer anything that you wanted to know. I pride myself on never lying. So I'll do what I can to make sure that all three of you are satisfied. You stuck your necks out for me. And I appreciate that. I always will. Here. And he reaches again into his satchel at his side, and he pulls out 3 small wrapped. They're flat, about the size of just my hands like this, and passes them, slides them across the table to the 3 of you.
I'm gonna tap mine. Like, what does it
Instantly
feel like?
going to
Yeah.
unwrap mine.
Feels-
Oh, God.
It feels like
Mine with both hands.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
feels
firing
like
the wrapping.
something hard, rock, not metallic. It's not clanking. It's not a coin. It'd be a pretty big coin.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say. Don's opening.
when you open them, they're just really quite beautiful carvings. Bao, your carving is of a tree, a coniferous tree, similar to the ones that you'd find at the southern tips of the Earth Kingdom. Youngsu, yours has an image of what looks to be an iceberg floating over water. Well, floating in water, I suppose. Most of an iceberg is underwater. We've all seen that infographics.
Yeah.
And Don, yours has just a smiling face with sunbeams coming out.
You didn't have to get us anything?
My sister is a rather gifted carver.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever gotten. Thank you.
You're ever so much welcome, miss. I do hope that you'll find a place for it.
It'll look great on my blank wall.
There's just
Shouldn't have any
there's
R's.
definitely just a moment of
I'm
like,
Okay.
God, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
The craftsmanship is truly exquisite.
I mean, they're nice. They're
yeah.
certainly nice. They're not. It is a nice gift. It is not.
Bao is kissing ass.
That's totally fine. I'm just making sure that you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
What he's given you is not like a kingly sum or anything like
I
that.
could sell this for
Yeah. It'll look great next to my collection of cacti.
Yeah. Oh. Tatik, we're just trying to make a living here. You know what I mean? We're just trying to make sure that we can survive and do what we have to do. You said that you were on a mission of peace.
That's what I was assured. A package that I received about a year after I started working here. It was given to me and I was told that I was to deliver it as soon as possible. That it, perhaps the very fate of the Fire Nation itself was contained within. I asked for no more details. Unfortunately, I never found out who I was supposed to deliver the package to.
Ooh. That's tough. Fire Nation's still around, so...
It is difficult to deliver a package without knowing who to send it to. It is harder still if you knew only the very slightest about who gave you the package in the first place. The only thing that I know is that the person who gave me the package has an associate here in Republic City, and I haven't been able to find them. I would have asked, but the one who gave me the package was killed in front of me shortly after placing it in my hands.
And you don't know what's in the package. Because of
I
what
would
you do.
never open a package.
Not saying you would. Killed?
An arrow. I'm glad you're all writing this down.
You don't want to forget any details.
And no one came to find this fallen person? No one
I fled.
missing person?
I didn't know where the arrow had come from, and I didn't want to be next.
You didn't return.
I have not been to the Fire Nation since.
Where in the Fire Nation was this?
I will show you. Because I get to play with this thing.
Yay!
It was on Bonti Island.
Bonti.
Bonti?
That's Banti.
Bhanti.
So someone... Let me just see if I understand this. Someone gave you a package, said it was incredibly important. They were then just killed.
So, Bonti Island. Bao would probably know more about this. So,
Not.
Bonti Island is actually where a temple is. It is mostly a sanctuary for... Here, I will tell you specifically. Sages live there. They're the ones who came upon Avatar Korra when she washed up on shore.
Oh, those people.
Yeah. So it's mostly a religious area.
What an odd place for someone to be felled.
Now you know why I left.
And yet no one's come for you. And the Fire Nation continues
Well-
to thrive.
Theoretically, the Hot Rocks came for him.
Right.
And this other
Right.
person, this bounty hunter, do you have any reason to suspect that she was the one who killed this sender, or?
If I am being entirely honest, the only connection that I have is that I know that now is of the Fire Nation, which is where I picked up the package originally.
That's pretty tenuous, but it's what we have to go on.
Can we boost Kate slightly?
Or what you have to go on.
Yeah, if you could boost this channel. Let's try that.
Thanks, Ellie Spot.
Smaller size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you now is the killer person that's hunting him? What was just revealed about now?
So now,
yeah.
now Oda, who's
Yeah.
the bounty
Yeah, I know on the page, but in
the
this
only
conversation.
link that
Okay.
he has is she is from the Fire Nation, and this happened in the Fire Nation. He
But
doesn't have any.
What context did he bring her up in? 'Cause-
we
Don
asked.
asked if maybe this bounty hunter who's now potentially hunting Tatik
Okay,
was
great.
responsible for the assassination.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, I just wasn't sure how she was brought up.
Wait, so
Yeah.
for sure.
Writing something else?
But they have an associate here, you said.
When I was given the package, I was told that I was going to have to deliver it to someone here in Republic City. The thing is, the arrow that killed the one who gave me the package came from behind. I don't even have any guarantee that whoever fired the arrow knew that I was carrying a package in the first place.
But it's clearly important or dangerous or maybe they never even knew that this person was handing off a package at all. There's too many variables. Tatik. You don't know who to deliver it to, and you've had it for years now. What are you going to do about it?
I am sworn to hold on to the package, to deliver it as soon as I can figure out who needs to receive it.
Even at the cost of your freedom? Even at the cost of your safety?
I suppose I have you to thank for my safety. It is unconscionable of me to place my burden upon you. I apologize.
Well, I mean, if it is the case that the fate of the Fire Nation hangs in the balance of this delivery, we need to take this really seriously. I just wish that we knew more so that we could help. We could help. I mean, or I don't want to speak for both of you, but I could keep an ear out, see if we can track down the associate, see if they know more about where this was supposed to be delivered to.
You do have more mobility than I do.
And what knowledge do you have about this associate beyond that they are here?
I was given the package by a fire sage. I would assume that it is perhaps another fire sage for whom I am meant to deliver this. But beyond that, I do not know. I understand that this lack of information is frustrating.
Explains clearly why you have not yet succeeded in your task.
I have not been able to make a great show of looking for this fire sage. After all, I do not wish to get anyone else hurt.
We can keep our ear out. Can see what we can find out. We're looking for work anyway, so maybe these things will be connected in some way. I don't know.
I do have a little money.
That's not what I meant. I just meant that as we go on.
Turtle, that's racist.
I just meant that as we look for work here in Republic City, try to make ends meet and try to survive, if we come across a fire sage, maybe we'll all ask the right questions. That's all I can promise. I don't know.
There is a considerably smaller population of fire sages in Republic City than on this island, but I do know of a temple where they congregate, so I could try there. That was the start.
Certainly at the beginning.
Yeah, we can do that.
I don't want to see a war.
No,
If we could avoid that, that would be great.
me neither.
Still, 2 years is a long time.
I wonder if I am a fool. Whether this person just was delivering cookies and only implying that the fate of the Fire Nation rested upon it, but I've been carrying this package for a long time.
You haven't caught an off scent from it, I would assume.
May I show you?
Yeah.
I don't know why, I was just like, does this smell like chloroform to you?
Oh
my God.
You can't get all of us at the same time. Yes, please.
Yeah.
It would not seem to be improper if I invited all three of you up into my room.
I was just up there watering your cactus anyway.
I glance at Kai Ming and then
that's
immediately
so
look at Dan, just like, dude.
Kai Ming is very dutifully taking care of handing out boba tea to what looks to be a young industrial professional and her young son.
Okay. She's a mom. No. I don't think it would be improper.
She's making a show of showing that, like, I'm not listening.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not listening to you. Whatever you're doing is not my business.
So presumably we follow him upstairs.
Yeah.
So Tatik heads upstairs, and once you are inside the room, this would be a good point to take a moment,
Oh.
take a break, let everybody have 5 minutes where they can, get up, stretch, move around, find liquids to put inside, find liquids to leave, all of these other things.
Oh, there you are.
But it is also a moment, if you are here, congratulations, you get to be here for a giveaway.
Yay!
Could you clear away the maps, please?
Yes.
You stick around?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Can I bring you something?
No.
Didn't sound like there was much water left in that water
There's enough.
Okay.
I can
I'm
still
literally
water
gonna-
bend. Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
We're going to set this up for everybody. I should probably
I just wanna be
put
here
on
for this.
some...
Of course.
Here, we'll put on
Sexy
some,
music. Oh, sorry, giveaway music. Requiem, I read that as blah, blah, blah.
Want sexy
blah.
music? Because I think I just put on sexy
Nice.
music by mistake.
Sexy giveaway music. Ooh, are you trying to give away? Okay, you know what?
Let's put this to something that isn't quite...
I don't think we've done a raffle on this channel for quite some time.
No, the last was actually Super Dylan's
Yeah.
Guys in Chairs.
Amazing.
So, I'm going to inform everybody that you are totally allowed to participate in this raffle. We would love to have you. I will say that we have to have at least your email address so that we can deliver the prize to you. So once you have, whoever has won, we'll ask that you either message us on Discord or you can, we'll figure it out. But I can't just give you a link. I would need a way to send it to you, and I can't send it to you immediately. It'll have to be after the stream. So you'll have to either at least give us your email, or you'll have to go on to our Discord so that we can send it to you privately. Yeah. But we're going to open the giveaway. All you need to do is type in ! raffle.
I love it.
Oh, I have to reset this.
Oh,
there we go.
hang
okay,
on.
now do it.
Okay,
There we go. Everybody's in. It's fine. Pukajutsu's in.
Good. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I had to reset because it had the old raffle.
Oh, and it was just like, here's a copy of Guys in Chair or whatever
Some of
it
these
was.
people
yeah.
are definitely not in the channel right now.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
So the raffle is for the PDF of Avatar Legends, the core book. You'll be able to find out how to play this game.
This is obviously a hard copy, but it is very nice.
The PDF is of the hard copy of the book.
Yeah. I just mean that, like...
You want anything to drink, or are you good?
No, I'm fine.
I just find the faffle. We're getting there reading. Reading and like getting into the nitty gritty of this system has been really exciting, and I think if playing a game set in this universe excites you, then you'll want a copy. And even if you know nothing about the universe, but you like, high action and internal struggles, I think you'll also like this game. So it's worth entering this raffle. We don't earn a commission or anything, guys. Just enter the raffle.
I will say that as a book, the actual mechanics of the game, relatively simple, but it's got enough of a bite to it that you can definitely do stuff with it. But it is chock full of not only setting information that you'll be able to have, it's kind of a fun book to read in that way, but it's got tons of advice for new role players and new storytellers looking to run their own games. It is a great resource. If this is your first or your second role-playing game, I would say this is a perfect game to choose. Especially if you're looking for something to branch out that isn't quite D&D, this is a good one. So, yeah, I would also recommend if you already own the PDF, maybe don't enter the giveaway because we will give you nothing you need.
That's it. I mean, John, yeah, like I know it was a bit different in terms of your sort of like experience with gaming and so on. Certainly from my experience, I grew up with a number of hard copies of role-playing games that I loved, but they were I didn't have an ingrained group that I was ready to play with or run for anyway. But even so, the games themselves seemed complex enough that I was like, oh, that's a high bar. Like, I don't think I'm going to be the one to run this. I agree with you. If this existed back then, I feel like I would have been much more confident because there's a ton of information about it in there for new players especially. Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing where this goes. I mean, obviously we're kind of stepping into it. We're stepping into the world, the universe. There isn't going to be a ton of, high octane action right off the bat. Well, I
thought we might have
you also didn't try to kick someone's ass. You drove them off.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's and again, right, the intimidate move, I didn't roll enough successes to prevent him from running away. So I knew that was an option. He might take it to leave, but it's very cool. Anyway.
So we'll leave the raffle open for another minute and a half.
Wow.
I was milking the end of the bag, and there was more in it than I thought.
There's so many euphemisms tonight.
I know.
It's called an RPG Clinic.
It's true.
Stream.
It's an RPG Clinic stream.
This is our end.
Obviously, no. Oh, here we can talk about this.
Yay!
Sure.
You
Why
can
not?
also.
Please.
It's that top layer that you can see in the sources if you wanna.
Obviously, no spoilers, John, but I think I remember a while back when you said if I ran this game, it would definitely have some more adult themes. Is that still the case? Is it this one?
Further down.
No. It was the top before you scrolled. One more. There.
So,
Hey.
yeah, that is definitely still the case, Thanatoasted. Just maybe not in the first half of the first session.
Yeah.
Can you imagine we just start and we're like, oh yeah, bend it.
Anyway, so welcome to our game.
Yay!
Slaughter.
Oh my god.
Sexing.
Straight murder.
All right, we're about to close this giveaway. Are you?
I'm waiting for my coffee to brew.
Get
Hence
bended.
I see.
Chilling.
Well, tell you what, why don't we just we'll give you another 15 seconds.
Oh, I opened my timer. I missed
Thank you so much for tuning in for
Yeah.
our session one,
Yeah,
folks. We've
so
got
cool.
a great crowd. Chat is on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, loving it.
Okay, and that's it.
Oh my god, who won?
So who won? It's
be
just
Scott,
gonna be.
isn't
It's just
it?
gonna be.
I didn't
random.
enter.
Right?
Scott enters. What?
I love winning things.
Honestly, I feel like every time we do these, somehow it ends up being like. It feels like it's
Oh,
rigged
it's-
when it's totally
done.
not.
So
It's
We're
not
using
rigged.
a
Gonna
bot
click the
feature.
button. It's gonna post it right in chat.
Oh,
You're
God.
gonna know
Better
just
not
as
be
soon as we
rigged.
do.
Yep. Hey! You're two.
Literally. Literally. Maybe it just goes on like
That's really
watch
funny.
hours, like or mutual watch hours.
There's gonna be a Spirit World book?
That's so cool. And apparently a Republic City book, which
Wow.
feels super appropriate, actually.
Congrats, Spook.
Clap, 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 clap.
Culp.
But they have some really cool, like they have just a PDF and then it scales up to the book and the dice and the cards and then these deluxe sets which look so choice.
So Pook, we'll be in touch after the stream, and we will send that along to you. I will say that the materials that we've received so far have been great. We've also got these fantastic
Sexual
audition
cards.
they
that we
are
have, which are quite
nice.
nice to show the various statuses that we can have alongside
see them
combat
very well.
cards so that we can display our intentions. The dice. The dice we did because we felt saucy.
The
Well, it's nice to
PDF
have.
will be tied to a brick and dropped on your house in approximately 5 minutes
Dropped
time.
on your house.
Don't look up.
Oh boy.
Hey!
Mangani.
Mangani! Oh my god.
Woo!
Now, which singular guy do you think Mangani is referring to here? Love you, guy.
I don't know.
Thanks, Mangani. I'll take it.
Mangani is the person to follow on Twitter.
Oh shit! Pook just
And Pook.
gifted a sub.
Hey, hang on. You just want to... whatever.
Paying it
Thank
forward.
you.
Bye, Flower. Thank you for
Kick some
joining.
butter out there. This guy. Hey.
This guy.
Thank you for
Oh,
the sub,
thank you,
Toast.
Toast.
Hey, huge hearts all around. Thanks, Flower. We'll see you around and tune into that VOD. We post all our VODs on YouTube.
Please no.
On D's nuts, correct.
VOD's nuts.
VOD's.
Oh, there you go.
I'm doing a
Brought it
lot of
back
face
around.
palming today. Yeah,
Brought it back
So
around.
sorry.
No,
for
no, no.
90% of those face
quite all right. Thank you for having a character I can
Don's
face palm
nuts.
myself over.
I hope you enjoyed your little breakette.
Yes, thank you.
Time for us to
Break
continue.
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I'm into
hold
it.
this warm thing.
One thing.
I feel like I need a sippy cup for this. What the fuck?
I can help you.
VOD's new.
Yes.
It's really good, eh? I'm just gonna.
That's what I said, goddamn.
Teamwork.
When you get up to his room, so all of you, it's big enough that the four of you can stand in it comfortably, but any more and it would just start to feel cramped in here. Clearly this is a place that's designed to, like it's a boarder's room, right? Tatik just glances around and he pulls close the curtains before he goes underneath the bed, and he pulls out a box. And the box is about that large. Yeah. About this big. Without the knob at the top.
It'd be a really interesting package, just a little like whoop on the end.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry, Liz.
Oh,
It's now
I
Puka
resent
Jutsu's
that
show.
way more than I need to.
I love Puka,
Liz,
especially.
be an adult. I can't.
Impossible. Challenge not possible. That's Michael.
Are we all acting kind of surprised to see this? Because, like, a little extra context, we've already found this. Before we realized that maybe we could trust Tatik, we were kind of sent to do some recon. We ended up breaking into his room, and we did find this package, though we didn't.
But he walked in on our discovery,
Oh,
so
that's
he
right.
should know that we know.
No,
That's
he
right.
knows that you had found the clothing with the
The insignia.
huge thing, but none of you were actively looking at the box
Okay.
when you arrived.
We were all, like, acting natural, I guess, when he walked in.
Then yeah, Bao's gonna have the perfect face of neutrality.
Yeah,
Bow's perfect face of neutrality.
I'd like to see that.
I
face.
honestly,
That's an exalted technique, right
it
there.
absolutely is a charm for sure. I kind of just like I don't know, toss.
You knew!
They shrug and kind of point out.
I see. Kate's playing. Kate came to play, everybody.
Hey.
No, I'm just exercising my God-given right as per a Quebec judge.
It's true.
Flip people off.
Yeah.
Well, in game. I didn't like it. Young Soo kind of doesn't approach necessarily, but like shrugs and tries to scrutinize it a bit from a distance. Do you ever guess? Do you ever shake it? Like a gift you might get at Solstice?
It's not for me to know. You would be terribly disappointed in me if you were to give me a package and that I would open it to find out what it was.
I would think if the fate of a whole nation rested on an individual item, I would want to know what it is, to know how fragile it is, whether it has an expiration date.
I could claim that any number of fates depend on any number of packages that I have to deliver. Would that not be justification for me to look in all of them?
And you have your rules, you have the things you'll never do. I understand.
My reputation is something I must maintain. Sir, I'm sure you understand.
Has it been here for the past month, unattended?
No.
You took it with you.
Now, this is where I ask. Did you check to see if the package was there when you've been watering his plants?
Yeah.
Package was not under his bed.
Oh, so after he caught us in his room, he probably took it with him.
Or maybe he's been carrying it with him for the past 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Possible.
Cool.
That tracks.
Yes, it's that's it, the turtle. It's actually the
Oh
it's
no!
the storage egg from
All
your
of our
Academy.
All of our different
the
stories
egg
are
of
just going to come
holding.
together. Yeah.
I mean, it just feels like this is special circumstances, right? Because the person who gave you the contract was assassinated in front of you. Doesn't that change the nature of your agreement a bit? Is there even still an agreement?
So, are you trying to push his principles? Like, are you trying to shift his balance?
I'm trying to, I'm questioning it, I guess. I'm going, well, aren't these extenuating circumstances? So, sure. Well, yeah.
So,
God.
what principle are you trying to shift, though? Because what I think you're actually doing is you're trying to guide him.
Okay.
So this would fall under guide and comfort.
Yes. I'm guiding and
Yes,
comforting
that's
him.
what I'm doing exactly.
So why don't you roll with harmony?
Because I would have to assume, and I don't know, but I would have to assume this guy has a principle of
Honor?
yeah, something to do with
Like a code?
my code. Yeah, exactly, honor. Which this would not work. Like it's the opposite, right?
I did not succeed that roll.
Ah.
I did not.
What did you get?
Help will not assist me. That 4.
Help will not assist me.
Help won't do shit.
Cast it into the fire.
Destroy it. Oh dear. Great first roll, Don.
Honor.
That's what it is. 2d6.
None of us
helping.
Yeah, exactly. We've all needed help.
I'll guide and comfort you to regain some of that fatigue.
Thank you.
It's gonna fail as well.
Just have to get into a fight and then you can
Keep evading. Keep evading.
yeah,
take
evade
your-
and observe.
Have you never been worried? Have you never been worried that the duty that you have is one that you must protect, even through curiosity or through the insistence of others?
Have you never
Yeah, but I just think that what you can do in your line of work is also worth protecting. And you could be in danger now. How can you do your job if you're also shot through with arrows? You know?
But it isn't part of my job to know what I deliver.
Not usually, no. And I respect that. I think that's really great that you have this code that you follow. But this person was killed.
I think it's even more than that. I don't see how you are doing your job. This package is sitting where? In your possession, under your bed, in your bag? It is not being delivered. You are not doing what you've sworn to do. And it's because you lack information. Take action. Make sure this can get to where it needs to go.
Okay, so first off, for you, Elizabeth, your what's this?
green card,
Did you
but
throw an eye roll?
but yeah, like,
You're like,
there's
oh, boy.
a little bit of like ear scratching and like, yeah, you do it, buddy, but
Don't do it. Yeah.
So for you,
See.
Elizabeth, what are your prohibitions?
too direct for Beth.
Never refuse an earnest
Like,
request for
hate
help.
is like-
Okay.
Never express great emotion. Never steal or cheat.
Okay. So never steal or cheat. You're not really stealing or cheating here. Yeah. Just, I will warn you that you are slightly on edge of me shifting your balance towards freedom.
Okay.
Here. But you, however, seem like you are calling somebody out to live up to their principle.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're openly calling out someone to live up to your principle. So you have to shift your balance away from center.
Okay.
In order to do this. So let's have a look at your
At Young Sue's balance.
at your balance here. So I would say that for you, Scott, this seems to be more about force than care.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to get him to take action, not necessarily based on not necessarily on taking care of something, but rather taking action. So yes, I'm absolutely.
So that's going to shift your balance a little more towards force. Now, for the people out there, so that you know, if Scott shifts off the side of one of his balances, it means that he loses his balance, which can involve some rather dramatic consequences. Kind of like limit break in that way. Mm-hmm. But you are calling somebody out to live on their principles, so I will have you roll with their principle. Now, he's currently at 0, so you're just going to have to roll it normal.
Okay, and then this is the one where...
on a hit,
yeah,
they are called to act as you say. They either have to do it or mark a condition.
Right, okay. Right, because the more their principle is active, the more likely they are to live up to it. That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Ooh, I see a 5.
That is an 11.
11.
Wow.
So,
Wowzers.
that means that you straight up do that. They can't challenge you back or whatever. So
that's pretty intense.
that means that they have to choose to either do it or mark a condition. So why don't you repeat what you were just saying?
There's definitely some finger pointing and some aggressive jabbing of the air here. You're unable to accomplish your goal. You say that your job, that your mission, that your drive is to deliver these packages, but this one's been sitting doing nothing, gathering dust. Take action. Find out where it needs to go. Get information. Open it. Mark's angry. I hope.
He is not marking angry, but I am going to mark a condition.
Oh.
I'm going to mark guilt.
Disappointed in me.
Oh,
not
guilt.
a condition, I know.
You're right. I know that you're right, and at the same time, I cannot bring myself to open something that I have been carrying with me all of this time. That's a lot of time. Don't laugh at me.
Sorry, Tatik. It's funny.
I'm sorry. So yeah, he's now guilty.
Oh no. Maybe I feel kind of bad. Maybe
Do you feel a bit guilty?
No.
Alright.
I would not recommend that you just straight up mark.
Just take my own conditions.
No,
Yeah.
I feel guilty for making you feel guilty.
Shit. Oh god. No, it's all good.
And the Hot Rocks at least were and seem to still be after you. What would happen if someone were to drop you down? What would happen to this parcel? It wouldn't get to its ultimate recipient, would it?
My god, Tatik.
just starts like hyper fixating on the horizon.
My god.
And how would you feel if someone robbed you in the street of your parcels? What would you do? To what ends would you go to retrieve them before they were opened?
I think you'd do anything.
What you're asking, I've been carrying this for years. And we haven't even made any sufficient effort to find the other fire sages, perhaps to...
We haven't been with you for years.
It feels like we have.
Tatik.
From below, you can hear the sound of a Satomobile pulling up again, and the sound of kids going like, "Hey!"
I'm gonna peek out the curtain. I assume he has a window.
Yeah,
It's
he
not like
closed the curtain.
that shoddy. The accommodations.
A
just
windowless
box,
cell,
Yeah.
yeah. Ugh.
So you peek out the window and you can see that it looks like Chew has returned. Only this time he's brought, on the Satomobile, there's now 2 other goons hanging off the side
I love it.
off the car, and they're getting out. And now they're strolling up. One of them kicks the rock that they've been using for their game so hard that it just flies out and into the yard of a kind of like a rummage sale type place. You hear a "hey" again, and then quiet, pipsqueak.
We may find that answer sooner rather than later.
And you kill Tatik.
Oh God.
I mean, the thought has been crossing my mind to just knock him out, steal it, and open it.
Wow.
If you blow enough air in his face,
Wow,
he's like
Bao.
a toddler. He'll be like, "Ugh," and he'll be.
Or is that bow wow?
Bow wow?
I think we need to lead them away from the shop.
I think we just make sure they never come back to the shop.
Okay.
I'm just saying we can't keep driving them off.
You're
forever.
saying we kill them here, we kill them over there.
No one said. No one said kill.
Sorry.
This is Avatar.
Render
Knock them
unconscious.
Yes. Get rid of. Yeah, exactly.
Dispatch.
Yes, dispatch an enemy.
I'm saying we want to make sure they know they're not welcome here anymore, especially if they're gonna treat people like that.
No.
Oh.
Nope. I'm fighting the Kate instincts and trying to go with the bow instincts.
Fighting the Kate instincts.
Yeah, I was just like,
What are the Kate instincts?
decisive action.
What do the Kate instincts tell you?
Having integrity and being an integrity supernal and
I like
all
the
of
idea
that.
that like Kate has integrity.
You're like, what a droll idea.
The most
yeah, being
The
an
most
integrity supernal.
Right.
the best integrity is the one that you have to proclaim loudly.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair.
Having
honestly.
the
I declare bankruptcy.
impatient flaw,
that's the
like
there.
those things that. Yeah.
Now Kai Ming, see, the deal is, what is this?
The voice, it's everything.
Kai Ming, see, the deal is, I'm looking for the Jamokes.
I am going to push the window open. I'm assuming it's this type of window. Push it up.
I get that Tatik has left town, but you're still, you can tell us where we might be able to find those 3 jabronis.
It's the 20s equivalent of it. Yeah, what not see?
Filing their way down over into your Boba establishment here.
Damn it.
Look, I know nobody likes a fight.
I understand. You are the last of your triad, right? Who told you? I mean, no. Absolutely not. We've got plenty of other backup goons. Oh, boss, we're just goons to you? Shut up!
Now, if you want to say that you're also out of town, I can take care of these guys. What? Just making sure.
Why is everybody mocking me in chat?
It's perfect.
No, it's
Because
good.
it's perfect.
It's so good.
Immersed.
We love
It's
it.
so good. We love it.
I don't want to hurt this character, so he keeps coming back.
I want to hurt him enough that he can't leave.
I want him to join our party.
No, you do not.
Please, John.
I'm a romanceable NPC.
So at the moment, he's just talking, and his goons are just flexing, right? That's kind of the current
Now they're
state of
underneath you,
affairs.
so you can't see them
Okay.
directly.
Okay.
Because they've entered the establishment.
Okay.
There is still that one woman behind the wheel of the Satomobile. I like salads. Just give me salad.
Why not? We don't have salads here. This is a boba tea shop, sir.
Is there a flat tire on this automobile, or did they seem to have replaced it?
It hasn't. I mean, it hasn't been very long, so the tire
Hasn't
If you
fully
look,
deflated.
you can see it's.
Okay.
The car is definitely listing a little bit.
Okay. I mean, if other people have other ideas, go for it. I'm contemplating options.
I'm ready.
Come on, boss.
I'm
You
just
don't,
gonna
you don't
go
need to
down.
call us goons. I'll call you what I want, you moke.
Youngsu takes his staff out from behind his back and starts to unscrew it. It seems to be a single piece until it begins to unscrew at either end.
Yeah.
And then it detaches and there's sort of like a length of chain connecting three pieces together. Does anyone want to help me drive these guys off? What did you say?
It said it never gets old. It looks really impressive when you do that. Tatik, you and your
Thanks,
package
Dom.
need to get out of here to safety. Secure your package.
You and your package need to get out of here.
You heard what I said.
Sorry.
I love it. I love it. I'm thrilled.
Miss, I'll do what I can. Where shall I meet you afterwards?
Where are you staying?
Meet us at the harbor front. Don't live on the docks. I spend time on the docks. Get some good buzz.
Oh, big toot chips!
By the sea prune vendor.
Hooray!
By the sea prune vendor.
Yep. By the sea prune vendor. I'm sure someone in Republic City sells sea prunes.
Go down to the harbor. Find the sea prune vendor. Look, I like boats, okay?
You said harbor, and I just tacked on.
No,
okay?
it's fantastic.
Tack on.
Oh,
Maybe 23 down.
Oh, I
That
love
would
that.
be
Now
amazing.
that would be awesome.
Taking notes for some sort of campaign.
Please, yeah.
I mean, mashed potato is one of the best things to spit take.
I don't know. Because as long as they go out and you
Yeah.
aren't like snorting them.
No, it's
like.
awful.
Huh.
All right.
Sea
So
prune vendor down by the docks. We'll find you there.
he picks up the package again. About this big. Is that the that's the knob?
Satisfying sound.
Puts it back into the satchel that he has. Closes the flap.
Wait for the opportune moment.
My gratitude knows no bounds.
If they get the parcel,
Thank you.
this was for naught. Bao is going to lightly, with a little bit of help from some airbending, pop out of the window and try to land gently on the roof of this outside terrace, since I can't see under it.
You are directly on top of it.
Great, so yeah, I'm just gonna boop, out onto it.
No, as in you're above.
Oh, so it's like, so
Like imagine
the building
four
is
posts.
the building is a straight wall, and
Yeah.
there's just an opening under it. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's shaded
Okay.
underneath.
Okay.
There's some lanterns and the like for when it gets a bit dark. But
Sorry, I thought it stuck out from the building rather than
no,
being
sorry,
underneath. Cool.
it does not. You're renaming the session "Sea Prunes and Packages."
Honestly, not bad.
I mean,
My packages.
Hey! Hey!
my pruny package.
Oh, no.
Look, I spent a lot of time in a pool.
My package is much better.
So he puts the satchel over, and then he sees that he has an extra strap, which he then wraps around his midsection so that the pouch stays quite close to his body. He takes a bit of a jog, and then he runs towards the window, tapping the top as he jumps out, which is enough to swing him up and onto the side of the building where you hear him climb up
Nice.
towards the roof.
Impressive.
Parkour.
Just keeps hearing voice calling like.
Because every time you do a move, you gotta sell like parkour.
You gotta yell parkour.
Great. So then, in that case, I'm going to watch and wait until he gets himself out of direct sight of the street.
it only takes him a few moments for him to make it to the top of the roof.
And then I'm going to drop myself down to street level since I can't land on an awning.
Yep. And I'm heading down the stairs back into the tea shop.
Hey, Chew! I think it's one of them.
You've returned.
So Chew turns around. He's currently holding the two cleavers that Kaiming uses to cut the boba. He turns around, he has one in each hand. He's red in the face. He's very clearly not happy. But then when he sees you, he relaxes somewhat.
Oh, were you sharpening those for her? And I would like to use a technique of mine. Whether or not that you want us to go into combat, let me know. Otherwise, I'd like to use suction to snatch a small object from a foe's hand.
So, one of the cleavers?
One of the cleavers.
Sure, I'll let that happen. for now.
Yeah, otherwise he can mark 2 fatigue to hold it back.
He doesn't care that much about these cleavers. It comes into your hand and he goes, I don't want any trouble.
So I'm gonna just gently run my finger along the edge, to like not in a way that would cut me, but to test the edge, sort of thing. Right. Test the edge.
I mean, Kaiming keeps her cleavers well sharpened and maintained.
So kind of you to look after a local shopkeep like this. You truly are doing good to the name of the Hot Rocks.
So one of the goons is currently standing and has Kaiming's arm. He's casually holding the top of her bicep, and she has her other hand just like over her mouth and is looking around. And when she sees you, hello. Where are the two of you?
Coming down the stairs back into the tea shop, I'm attempting to casually spin my 3-section staff as I come down the stairs into the like this way though, so that it doesn't hit me. Look, I trained. I didn't say I was an expert. Okay. Oh fuck! Yeah, exactly.
My ear.
My eye.
So that isn't the technique.
My package is
My bag.
Self-flagellation is my learned technique. Exactly. But I'm just coming down the stairs. I don't know if Don's like there as well.
I'm hot on your heels. And what I'm hoping to do is use my bending, if possible, to like create some sort of space in the wall so that patrons can get out. Because I assume the
so
Hot Rocks are blocking the door.
It's more of like a fence, but you can definitely open part of the fence.
Yeah, I just want them to. Hey everyone, I think you should take your boba to go. Go,
So a few of them.
Nice.
That's what's called a callback, folks.
And we love them here.
So they head out, and then Shu goes, I don't understand. What's the matter with you?
The matter with us?
Why are you protecting him?
We're not protecting. Kaiming owns this shop and doesn't like it when it's trash, taken over. You understand?
Kaiming is like, definitely has like nervous knees.
No. I think that she'd be okay to stand on her own if you gently let her go.
So you've got he now has 4 goons. Mm-hmm. No, 5 goons. Mm-hmm. It's 5 goons plus himself, plus the one in the car. Most of the people have left the tea shop. How about we'll make ourselves a little bit of a deal here? Hmm?
I love deals.
You 3 fine, upstanding citizens of Republic City, you can come with me, and we'll have a nice discussion about what we're going to do about our mutual problem. And in exchange, I think that Kaiming will have a better day of business than she otherwise would.
Do you like those terms? I don't like those terms.
How long would this conversation be? Because I have something this evening at the temple.
I don't appreciate your ruse.
What ruse?
Who needs to go to temple anyway?
I mean...
Like you see a spirit sort of float by and kind of goes...
How dare you!
but it seems more
I
indignant than anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Just continue.
I never. Yeah.
Oh, well, I never.
Yeah, that's really good.
She should name the shop Boba to Goba.
I mean,
Boba.
honestly,
Literally
Done.
write it down and squared it. I want
think
that
it's
to be
gonna
the name
happen.
of the
Yeah,
episode.
for sure. Yeah, we'll talk about
First.
it.
First bit of merch for the campaign.
Oh,
Excellent. To go mugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I do. Really, my absence will be noticed.
I don't think I care about your religious obligations.
Counter proposal.
Would you say religious? Your spiritual
There we go.
obligations.
That seems more.
Counter proposal. You all pile into your little Satomobile, you take off, and you go find another boba tea shop to haunt for the rest of your sad lives. Sound good?
That sounds like another intimidate.
I think it is, yeah.
I think we found your car.
Oh, God, well, we found
Right.
something anyway.
So why don't you roll me an intimidate, please? Remember that is rolled using passion.
It is coming in.
My passion for life.
Whoop!
Wow.
Yeah, I cannot roll a 13, but
Mr. Hot
You
Dogs.
can. You're
Yeah.
allowed to
I
roll
rolled a
13.
13.
It just doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Once you're over
It's
10,
more than
once you're
10.
10 or
Yay!
more, it doesn't matter.
I rolled 10
So,
plus.
you can pick one of these that I cannot choose. Okay? They run to escape or get back up. They back down but keep watch. They give in with a few stipulations, or they attack you but off balance. The GM marks a condition on them. I get to choose one of these, but you can choose one of them I cannot pick.
I don't want them to back down. I want them to either run, give in, or attack. Like, I want this to be done. That's my opinion on the
Alright.
subject. But sorry, that's
Yeah, it's
young
your role,
Sue's
so
son, young
pick
Sue's.
it. Do it.
Probably should have assessed the situation before you did this.
Right, to see what the danger was. Shit. All right.
Okay, so here
That's
we
fair.
go. We're in combat.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Chu takes one look at you and goes, I'm going to see those pretty games of yours all over the pavement in a second.
What? Yeah, of course. Yeah. What? Yeah.
What?
Let's all remind me to get in the habit of assessing before we.
Oh, we're all gonna forget. Assessing the situation is the percepathy of, or it's the read intentions.
I was gonna say we did that all the time.
Read
Okay. Yeah.
intentions.
All right. So, we've got combat.
Ooh.
Let's take a look at what this is going to be. We're going to start combat first of all, which means that right at the start, I'm going to make sure that you're clear on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, there is the woman who is in the Satomobile. She is separate. There's the 5 goons that we have. There, I'm going to treat them as one group
Okay.
of NPCs, and then there's Chu himself.
Isn't it? 4?
There were 4 who arrived initially, then they left and came back with 2 more. So there are
I thought it was him plus
No, there are
2
4
plus
goons.
person and
4
car.
goons, you're right.
Sorry, like I know
You're
you're
right.
treating them as a group, but just yeah.
You're right. So 4 goons. They're
Okay.
treated as a group, along with Chu himself and with the driver of the car. At this point, well, went away. Come back.
Come back.
At this point, you are in Kaiming's boba tea shop. There's tables and chairs that surround. There's also the floor here is open, so you can earthbend here underneath the floor. It is well packed earth,
So
essentially.
there is oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily common. A lot of places it would be like a tiled floor or wooden floor, but here it is hard packed earth.
Excellent.
There's a stone fence that surrounds it, but it has a few openings, including the one that you made. However, the fence is only about waist high, so it's easy for somebody to jump over. This is where the fight is currently, although the woman in the Satomobile, who's now getting out because it seems like shit's going down, is just outside, and she's surrounded by kids. So, first step of combat is I am going to choose an approach for each of the enemies, and then I'm going to place them on my little stand here so I know what I've picked for each one. However, we have to determine who is engaged with who. So, who's taking who?
I'm probably like closest to Chew, I imagine,
Okay,
just because
great.
we're in the midst of like kind of trading barbs as
Okay,
well
sure.
more recently. So I would probably be engaged.
Scott,
with
you are up against Chew.
Chew. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Okay. What about you?
I'll help with the group Ogoons.
Group of goons? Okay.
Tunes. I think
The
is what we-
Tunes.
The
I'm gonna
tunes.
chew you up and spit you out.
Okay.
Now pretend I didn't say that and wait for me to say
There
it
we
in
go.
combat.
And what about you, Bao?
I guess my question, because I'm not fully like versed in how these combats will go when you have groups, would it make more logical sense for me to help with the group, or for us to just treat that as like one enemy and therefore
The group
go
is
after the
one
third?
enemy. The group basically acts as
So okay, so then I'll go after the person in the Satomobile.
So the thing is, if you don't,
Yeah.
you could gang up on that, but that means that the person in the Satomobile has no one to resist her, and she can take actions by herself.
Unopposed, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, then I'll go against Satomobile.
Okay. Great. I have selected for each one of them. Now, in step 2 of combat, don't worry, it won't be this long all the time, but we're doing this to learn. Now you each get to choose your approach. You can either defend and maneuver, advance and attack, or evade and observe. I'm also going to remind you of your current situations. Dan has 2 fatigue marked, but otherwise everybody else is doing just fine.
So I was thinking of approaching with evade and observe to clear a fatigue,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I know means that I'm opening up the group Ogoons to do something terrible. But
No.
But they're engaged with you, so like
Yeah.
yeah,
you know.
Being engaged with you means that you are actively in combat with them.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Right.
mean that they get to do whatever they want. Even
right.
It's also it depends a bit on what you do.
Yeah.
Evading and
This
observing.
is-
Yeah, that makes sense.
so evade and observe,
I'm gonna be attacking for sure. Like I think surprising no one. I'm gonna
advance and attack,
Sorry, yeah.
and for bow.
I'm probably going to defend and maneuver. I just want to take another second to read over my options.
Excellent. While you're doing that, we'll have a look at what step 3 is. In step 3 of combat, I reveal the approaches, and then we will resolve.
Yeah, I'll take defend and maneuver. Let's do it.
Great. So, for Don, you are.
Evading and observing.
I am advancing and attacking.
Yikes! Okie dokie.
Here they come.
For Young Su, you're fighting Chu himself. Chu is also advancing and attacking.
Sure, yeah, that's fair.
And for you, the woman in the Satomobile is defending and maneuvering.
Same as me.
Okay.
Okay, which means step 4. In step 4, whoops.
Oh, it's
Because I
cancel out the other buttons.
yeah, because I'm a chump.
Please, a chew.
Choo.
Oh, I'm a chump. Okay, so first we're going to resolve all the defend and maneuver approaches, and these happen basically at the same time. So first the PCs will do it, then you'll do it. So you are doing that. So you roll your defend and maneuver.
That is a 10.
Excellent. That means
Yes!
that you get to choose
Yeah.
2 of your maneuvers.
Yeah.
And you are also allowed to use your learned or practice maneuvers if you have any as well. But they must be
Not
in
under.
defend and
Yeah.
maneuver.
So I would like to affect the environment. So what I'm going to do is start creating a strong wind coming down the road that's going to push against the direction that the woman is approaching from the car. But yeah, so there's quite a strong headwind. In such a way that I'm hoping creates a status of some sort, if that makes logical
Sure,
sense.
you're basically distracting her with wind,
Yeah.
like pushing the wind against
Yeah.
her. Because, and you have 2, so is there something else that you
yeah.
want to do?
Then.
You can seize a position if you like.
Yeah, I guess so. I'd like to get myself to an advantageous position. So I guess I'd like to I'm gonna alight on top of the fence that divides so that I can sort of be in the center of the various groups of combatants.
Perfect. So I'm going to give you favored status.
Great, thank you.
So that means that you get to choose an additional basic or master technique in the next exchange, even on a miss. And for my NPC at this point, what she is going to do is she's attempting to ready herself. So she is opening the car's doors, basically ready so that as soon as everybody wants to leave, they'll be able to leave. So she has readied that. However, she is now also going to have the status of impaired because she's trying to pull the doors open. They're being closed because of the typhoon that you're creating.
Nice.
Not typhoon.
And I've marked a fatigue in order to be ready.
Okay, great. So she's currently impaired. The next step. Oh, no, that's the step we just did.
Whee!
So the next step is we're going to resolve all the advance and attack approaches. So, hello.
Hello.
First, it's a PC,
Thank you.
so you may roll.
I'm going to mark angry. This is a special move of the hammers.
First, you have to roll to see what techniques you're allowed to use.
Well, yeah.
What is it that you're trying to do?
The mark angry to use an additional basic or master technique when you advance an attack, even on a miss.
So that's a move that you're using.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, but you
Right.
could first roll to see what you have.
right. I understand. Okay. 9 is
9. So
success.
that's a hit.
Yeah.
So you get to use one.
Oh, I see. Okay. So now I'm going to mark angry to use an additional basic or master
Okay,
technique.
so you're getting pissed.
Yeah, I think so. The way I see it going down is that like as soon as Chu kind of gets up in his face, Yongsu's immediately trapping his arm with the 3-section staff and then using it to sort of pummel him with small strikes to force him back against the wall.
Okay.
And then unwrapping it and striking down on his head with a big kind of mighty blow. What I'd like to do is pressure. So two things: pressure him,
Yep.
so that he cannot choose evade and observe.
Okay, he can't choose evade and observe next round.
And I would like to use my master technique, overpower. Mark 3 fatigue to inflict stunned on an engaged foe.
Oh damn.
So just like again, just pummel, and then step back and comes around with the long end of this staff to come down on the guy's head and try to stun him.
Okay. He is going to just straight up. Actually, no, he has a technique he can use. So he's going to use that technique. I made this character in advance. We
shouldn't have fought him right away. That's on me.
We knew this was going to happen. Come on.
Very well. So he is using a technique known as ground shift. So he is going to twist the ground to displace or unbalance foes. So he's going to unbalance the two of you. So he's going to have to mark a fatigue for that. And all of you will become impaired for an exchange. So you are impaired the next exchange. So take impaired.
Yeah.
You have it, but it'll only take effect
Okay.
Next turn.
next turn.
I should probably turn it so I can
Turn it
see
so
what it
that
says.
you can see it. Okay. The second advance and attack is going to be up against you. Because
Yep.
the goons are going to come in and they're going to be like, yeah. They're jazz balleting all over the
shit.
place here. So
Get 'em. Get 'em
they're going to strike you. So they just have weapons.
Okay.
And they're going to swing these batons that they have. However, they're all going to miss you, but you're dodging out of the way and protecting yourself. How do you want to protect yourself? Actually, why am I making the assumption? You could be dodging. You could use your earthbending. What are you doing to avoid attack?
Yeah, so I had just opened the fence to let the patrons out, and I turned just in time to see them coming at me. So I activate my earthbending and to lift myself up and out of the way. It's a scramble reflex kind of maneuver.
I don't have
All right. So you can choose one of these three things.
Okay.
You can either mark 2 fatigue, because of their attacks on you. You can mark a condition,
Yeah.
or you can shift your balance away from center.
I'll shift my balance away from center.
Okay. Where are you going to shift your balance to?
I guess towards freedom.
So you are
Control that remotely, unfortunately.
That's fine.
so you are deliberately shifting your. You have to also show your balance here. So let's just show balance first. So in terms of your balance, you're going to shift a bit towards freedom.
Yeah.
Because.
I feel like the order would frown upon me getting involved in a brawl.
Yeah, I think that's
fair.
I think that's
So-
entirely fair.
Where I'm sure if I'd really put in the effort, I could have talked everyone down. I could have agreed to go with them, and I didn't. So,
Okay. So your balance is shifted.
yeah.
John, can you mark Scott's character as angry?
Yes, I
Give me a
can.
sec.
Thank you.
Gotta have all them statuses.
We're now angry.
Ah,
I like how now the button says currently angry.
Yep. I tried to make them like obvious.
right. No, which
Yeah.
I love. Thank you.
Okay, and then finally, in our combat, we're going to then show step 6. That means that we are now at the evade and observe approaches. So you will mark 1 less fatigue.
Whoa.
Okay. I'm down to 1 fatigue.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's 8.
8 means that on a hit, you can go for it.
Use a basic remastered evade and observe.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, because that's learned. Eh?
That's only learned.
Yeah.
Can I, so I know I'm engaged with the goons. Would I be able to bolster, Kaiming?
Bolster Kaiming.
Yeah, even
So
though I'm...
aid or impede a nearby character inflicting an appropriate status? Sure,
Yeah.
you can if you want.
So that's an idea, but I think, no, you know what, I gotta do this. I think I would like to, I drive my heel into the ground to activate my earthbending, driving up a series of blunted spikes from the ground to hit the goons in the guts. I want to wind them all. So that's bolster or hinder. So I
Okay.
want to impede them, inflicting an appropriate status. Maybe stunned?
Well, stunned would imply that they've already got a status.
Right.
Because it's kind of hard to stun somebody right off the bat. I mean, Scott managed to, but it cost him
3 fatigue
3
is a
fatigue
pretty big deal,
Right.
I think.
to do so.
For sure.
So what I will say, though, for them is I will absolutely say that you can inflict impaired on them.
Perfect.
So they are now impaired. Excellent. Then the last part of this combat round, which again, this will go faster once we've, done it more than
It's still flying.
once. The last part of this combat encounter for this exchange is we're going to check to see if anybody has been taken out or if anybody has lost their balance. That has not happened, so we don't have
This
to
is
worry about
also
that.
the time where statuses come into effect.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Bing, you're now impaired. Now favored, etc.
Right, because it's after you
Yeah.
inflict it. Okay, yeah.
So after the exchange, we're going to see if we want to keep fighting. Here's the thing, though. You have stunned Chu. So with furious vengeance and anger,
Vengeance.
all of that, you've managed to trap Chu with your 3-section staff, and you are just, raining your elbows down on
Yeah,
his head?
basically, and then I think
Bang,
I
bang, bang.
brought it around for a nice big stunning blow.
So he's clonked on the head, and he's now definitely woozy. So here is what's happening right now. The car, the driver is impaired and is unable to effectively figure out what she's going to do next. So she'll actually take 1 fewer technique next turn because she's impaired. The doors of the car are open, but she had to. It cost her a lot to try to make that happen. For the goons at the moment are all now knocked off balance. They are, clearly they weren't really ready to attack an earthbender at this point. But Chu is definitely feeling it, although, Scott, you are now also feeling some fatigue yourself.
That's correct.
However, Chu is stunned, and he is definitely stunned. Does anybody want to do anything here to try to make something happen?
But I get. In terms of resolving the combat, hey, or the conflict, I guess.
Yes. Does anybody want to yell at anybody?
Yeah, so I guess that's sort of the thing. It's like, great. Then do you want to keep fighting or not? But I guess it doesn't mean we can't do shit for 2 minutes and then resume the fight and not have to start over from zero.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just the way it's phrased, at least on the cheat sheet, is a bit like, fight or give up. I'm like,
You're like, no, we're not giving up. Yeah.
Okay.
At the moment, the fact that their leader is stunned is definitely not doing great for already, because the other two are impaired. So right now, one is the leader is stunned. That's a big deal. The other two are impaired, so they are not in a good position in this fight. Absolutely, like they're in a bad way. So this might be a good opportunity for you to try to end it, maybe using your words, or you can continue to just pressure them in combat. What would be your preference?
I'm down for taking some non-combat action.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
sure.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
So, Bao, if you
No,
have something
please,
you want to jump in,
100%.
I'd like to throw the cleaver that I had taken at the feet of Chu.
Stunk. My cleaver.
It's okay. We'll get you another one.
My cabbages.
My cabbage.
My packages.
Will not bother coming again. If you have an issue with us, you take it up with.
You hear in the distance some sirens. And Chu is not, like, Chu's just like, because he's been,
I like
knocked around
look at the rest of the goons then.
Yo, we better cheese it. And
Perfect.
two of them pick up Chu and they start running out and they fling Chu into the car.
Oh God.
And then the rest of them pile up onto the car. Like they're just like in various places. One's on the roof. Some of them are diving into the doors. But the driver gets in and she just is like, and then realizes that she's dropped the key to the Saddlemobile outside of the car. So she reaches out, pulls it up.
I would like to suction it.
Oh no.
So she can resist. If we're not going into combat for this action, then she can spend 2, or other way, she can spend 2 fatigue to hold it back, or block its movement.
She'll spend the fatigue.
Great.
Like pulling the key, like yeah. Yanks her hand back in, jams it into the ignition, and the car roars to life, and you hear the squeal of tires as it peels out. For 4 seconds, at which point then the wheel just goes conk,
Oh no.
and the car skids like onto the side. Everybody, you can hear all of them go whoa as the car rolls, and then stops just before like it's starting to go, and you see the little boy who's almost passed out. Like he's looking up as the car goes.
No.
Can I lift the boy out of the way with earthbending? Stomp. Lift?
And then the car just slams into the wall that you created.
Damn it.
The kid looks down as all the people in the car go, ugh, and then they fall down. Chu, who is just starting to come to his senses, then knocks his head against the side of the car and he passes out.
Awesome. Well, good. 6
folks.
fewer hot rock triads in the world. I think that's a win.
The siren is growing louder and louder, and then you see a police car drive up, and a woman gets out wearing the metal armor that is carried by those of Republic City. She's got the sort of grappling talon
Yeah.
that she has here.
That's great.
Her hair is cut in a very, very close buzz around her head. And then she narrows her eyes and says, huh. Well, if it isn't the dregs. And she looks up at you and she's quirked her eyebrows and she's made like the funniest joke that she possibly can. She's just like waiting for laughter as she starts pulling out like puffs.
Bao has turned and bent down to pick up the cleaver and return it to Kaiming.
Kaiming's like,
They give no indication of having noticed this vehicle pull up.
Officer, I'm glad you're here. We just had a few triads try to take a bite out of this tea shop.
they were going to mess it up real bad.
Done. Lets the the mountain of earth descend so the kid can come back down to the ground.
Hopefully the car
kid-
is just like...
Here
The
you go,
kid goes
buddy.
down, and then the little girl who was with him too goes, no, you are an earthbender.
Oh my god.
And the kid goes, I am the greatest earthbender! And slams his feet on the ground again.
Yeah, you are.
You spontaneously become a bender?
Bow.
Oh, that's true, actually. You know what? That's fair. Yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
Maybe I will, too.
Gaslighting kids. That's,
Nice.
that's what this campaign's all about.
We're trying,
Wait.
we're actively trying to convince them. We're just trying to like
Yeah.
make them happy.
Inspire them a little bit.
Uh,
But yeah, so I also gesture over to Kaiming and then kind of, you know, indicate the car full of, like, clearly goon-like people.
Diu walks up to the car. So there's Dua and Diu. Dua is the cop who like came out and said the dregs. Diu, Dua's
okay.
not on your sheet.
Oh, okay.
Diu gets out, crosses her arms. She's got a similar buzzed cut, although her features are a lot more angular, a lot more sharp. It looks like we're going to have to arrest them for a long time. Diu, you don't arrest someone for a long time. You arrest them and then they're put in prison for a long time if they're convicted. Yes, arrest for a long time. She walks forward and she's got her own cuffs out and they start cuffing each member of the triad. Chu finally gets pulled out from the wreckage of the Satomobile and they cuff him, but he is just on the ground. You can see that he's got a big lump on his forehead.
Ooh. Ouch.
You did that.
We should get... Bet you did that. Is that what you meant?
You did that.
Should get some ice for that.
Miss, why were they attacking your bar? Oh. She looks back at the three of you. They didn't pay the last time they were here. I guess they wanted to try and get more free boba. I wasn't really looking forward to serving them for free for the rest of my life. I see. And you saw everything?
It's just to the three of us.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Weren't you around when I arrested Tarkhan?
We were in the vicinity.
This is Hot Rock Triad territory. We're around.
I see.
Chu took issue with the fact that Kaiming was kind enough to serve us despite the issues that he had with us. He took his displeasure with our continued existence out on this poor shop owner.
Are you safe and secure?
We are, thank
Yeah.
you.
Are you injured in any way?
I'm fine.
No, we're good.
I turn to Kaiming, see if she's okay.
Yeah, is Kaiming's like arm off? Or...
Kaiming is fine.
Oh, okay.
Great.
The kids?
The kids are currently celebrating the fact that one of them is now an earthbender.
Love that. Love that for them.
I start trying to set the shop to rights and any of the pillars that I create. I try to
I thought you were going to say on fire.
tuck them back down into the earth.
I just got...
Tidy that up.
Yeah,
Very well. thank you for your assistance in this matter.
We are honored to have been of service.
We hope that this isn't an everyday kind of occurrence, you know.
Not on my watch.
Definitely taken aback. Like, what the?
And she turns and starts pushing. So they use their own metal bending to start pulling the cuffs towards the wagon, which is now showing up and piling them all into the wagon. And they all start leaving, and Kaiming just puts her hand on her chest and sits down in one of her chairs. Whew. Oh.
Sorry it had to come to that, Cunning.
Oh, I mean, you saved it. There isn't even a broken chair.
Still. We brought attention that you did not deserve.
Yeah, it's kind of our fault that they were here in the first place.
Should we ask Tatik to find somewhere else to stay? Get the heat off of both of you for a bit?
Oh, but I love having him around. He makes sure the plants are watered. Listen, first off, you sit right here and I'm going to get you some lunch. Okay?
I'm so torn.
That's really too much. You really don't have to.
Yeah, that's the one.
You refused the first time.
Right. Oh, no.
Don't be silly.
We couldn't.
It's time for my lunch too. Wait right here. And she picks up her apron and she just starts scurrying across
That
the
really
road.
is too kind.
And she disappears into the noodle shop across the road.
Hooray!
I could get used to that. Beating up bad guys, getting some noodles.
That was pretty exciting.
Exactly.
I mean, I thought because things had been kind of quiet the past few weeks that maybe the hot rocks were going to come after us, but
The wreckage of the Saddlemobile is strangely left alone as the police are taking away the preponderance of prisoners. They'll probably be back, but...
should we look through the car?
Yeah, someone should assess the situation with creativity. I've got lots of that. How are other folks feeling?
I can't steal.
I'm not going to steal.
Theft if there's no one
I just
there.
want to, I'm going to use my technology to make sure that the car is not damaged in such a way that it may leak dangerous fluids or explode, because I don't know what powers Saddlemobiles.
I can't steal.
I can't steal.
Could run on like nuclear fusion, right?
Honestly,
Nuclear
I don't
fission or
know.
whatever.
So.
Okay, so you
I'm
can
going
assess the
to- yeah.
situation here. So why don't you roll with creativity?
Yeah. Damn. 10.
Ooh,
Excellent.
Nice.
So,
help
on a
her.
10, you can ask 2 of the following questions, and you can take +1 ongoing when acting on the answers. So, here are the questions you can ask. What here can I use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way out, in, or through? And who or what is in the greatest danger?
So my inclination, folks, please chip in if you have
Yeah,
is, what should I be on the lookout for, and what here can I use to learn more about the remaining hot rocks?
Yeah, love that.
definitely.
Great.
Perfecto.
Okay, perfect. So, what should you be on the lookout for? You should definitely be on the lookout for a small file folder that's been
Nice.
in the glove compartment.
Great.
That's what this is for.
No, I love it. It's
I look out for it and find it.
And in terms of what here can I use to determine the current strength of the hot rocks?
I was the current status of who still exists in the hot rocks is kind of my sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in going through, one of the things that you can tell is that this is the crappiest car
Yeah.
that they had that in their kind of garage that
Yeah.
you knew of, which means that they probably are kind of like on the outs with the rest of the group considering that there were this many of them.
Right.
So it would seem that in terms of other Hot Rocks members, this might be it. This might have been the last ones who are actually actively declaring themselves as Hot Rocks. In the file folder, however, you notice that there is an interesting, like, if you open it up, you see that there's a few photos. One of the photos is of Dawn leaving her temple during the day.
Oh, no.
It must have been in the past couple of weeks.
Damn.
Certainly wouldn't have been today. Photos don't get developed that quickly, most likely, and it's not the clothing that you're wearing today.
No
But you did wear this outfit, you remember, about 2 weeks ago. There's also a small slip of paper that indicates it's a map, and on the map is an X over the Fire Fountain City.
Shit. Anything else?
No,
No?
that's what
Great.
you find.
And the Fire Fountain City is not a city that has been mentioned up to this point,
That's up to
folks.
it's up to Bao.
So that's where Bao's from. I don't know. Maybe it's a big city. Maybe Bao would have let that slip over the past month somehow, or at least that they've been there.
Yeah.
Maybe not specifically from there. But
It's
at least,
come up.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're familiar with Fire Fountain City. Nothing. I'd show it to my 2 companions.
Great.
Oh, that's me.
Mystery man.
That's me. They can't find anything on me.
Yeah.
I'm like a shadow in the streets. Look, I'm...
Or
Or they just haven't tailed me yet.
or
I'm not important.
you said it.
I fucking walked right into it. Holy shit, that was good.
Thank you, friend. Thank you for letting me.
That was so good. Green card. That's very good.
Look,
Oh,
I knew I wasn't gonna
no,
escape
it's
the sass.
fantastic.
Is Tatik okay? Where did he go?
He's fine. We were gonna meet him later. Thought it would be better if he got out of here before, things got...
She's like
Sorry.
carrying 4 big noodle bowls. She has an agreement with the shop that as long as she returns the bowls, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh. Yeah, thankfully he wasn't here. He got away, I guess.
Do you think the temple's in danger? Do you think
I don't
Have
think...
I put a big target on their backs?
No, come on. These guys are small time.
Hey. Everything's okay?
They are most likely the end of the Hot Rocks. That was
Good.
technical details about why this is a garbage Satomobile, and thus
Okay.
why they are therefore probably on the out and out. So
It's the only one whose horn doesn't play La Cucaracha.
is all it manages.
Oh.
But did they get that photo themselves, or did someone give it to them? Did someone tell them to watch us? Is there more to this?
Who would want us watched? Or you two, anyway.
Our beef is with the Hot Rocks.
You're right. It's done.
We'll keep
Right
an
there.
eye, we'll keep an
They're
eye
going
out,
away.
but they're going away.
So
Yeah.
it sounds an awful lot
True.
like the two of you are guiding and comforting
Yep.
Don.
Oh, that's nice.
Have fun, because that's usually
Harmony.
my job.
So
Yeah.
which one of you wants to take it?
I'll take it.
Okay, so roll with Harmony.
So it's I'm gonna roll with Harmony. I'm just saying that it's a tough love situation, like we just said, right? Yeah. Look, it's fine. They're small time, and just you're right. It's done. We'll keep an eye out, but we can't worry about that sort of thing right now. I got a 5.
It's not worth much.
Can't help you
Nah,
enough.
you can't. Yeah, we need to go up 2.
You'd have to be helped.
Oh, sorry. I'm -2 to guide and comfort, so I actually got even worse. Doesn't matter, but like,
I'm glad you're the one who
you're
I
took
so
the
totally
roll.
forgot I was angry.
Because
Yeah,
you're angry.
because I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm like, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was my bad. Should have been you.
His words are oddly not that comforting.
In fact, it makes it worse.
Oddly.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not. I'm not trying to yell.
Really?
I'm not yelling at you. I'm angry at myself.
I'm angry at myself!
Look, I may have dragged the order into something really bad, and it's my fault.
So what will
Do you need to go
about it?
talk to your order?
I need to go and make sure that everyone's okay. That no one went there before they came here.
But not on an empty stomach.
Bao passes you hot nudes.
I take the nudes. I consider the nudes.
What do you consider?
Can
You can consider nudes. I've considered
I
nudes
take
now
these
and
with
then.
me?
Anyone hear this?
I can't just sit here knowing that something is. Can I meet? Look, I'm already eating them. Can I just I'll meet you at the harbor, okay?
Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do.
I'll see you soon.
Sorry, Don. I'm sure it's fine. Oh.
Just make sure you return the bowl.
No answer.
Oh,
You would
rip.
never steal.
Forget she had it. Different story, but anyway.
Well,
Bye.
I guess I'll clean up. And she pulls out a broom and starts to brush away like the
Amazing.
gravel and dust that has been kicked up by all the earth bending that has happened here.
Just glad we were able to make sure that they didn't trash the shop too much. That would have been real bad.
The shop's definitely not trashed.
No, I just
It just
glad
has
it did,
the markings of an earthbender
Mhm.
making herself known.
Hello.
And Chu also twisting the ground.
Right.
Paschetti?
Nice. Pasquale.
Pass it.
Should we And I also dig
Yeah.
into the noodles, and there's definitely a voraciousness to them.
So Kai Ming, realizing at a certain point that she hasn't actually touched her noodles, puts down the broom and comes back. I'm very hungry. And she takes her chopsticks and lifts every noodle out of her bowl and just horfs it. And like to the point where she and like there's now noodles kind of like falling a bit out of her face and she and then starts like blushing very hard.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna just open up one of her nostrils enough for some airflow to get down her throat.
Blow air into her brain.
Basically, I'm trying to make sure she doesn't. She has oxygen.
She's
yeah.
not suffocating. She's
Okay.
just she now has a lot of noodles
Okay,
and it's
that's fine.
sticking out of her
She can.
face. and she's
Then I won't.
embarrassed.
I
Then
won't.
she's okay.
I
You're not
will.
going to ventilate.
Incredible.
I was just like, don't die. No, I will pay no attention, and I will slurp my noodles a little bit noisily.
I'm definitely paying attention. But then I look down after I realize it's probably embarrassing.
She blushes furiously, picks the broom back up, and starts sweeping again. Gradually trying to get the noodles swallow noodles. As Dawn heads towards the temple, and as the two of you are huffing in noodles, who knows where Tatik is? He said where you would meet him afterwards in the harbor. The temple's not far away. The temple's in the area, I assume.
Yeah.
Right? Because now that's actually up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have been like, I'm deliberately going to go far away from the temple to get my underworld jollies on? Or is it, oh, this place is close by. How convenient.
I think I don't want to venture too far.
Okay.
I want to be able to get back if I'm needed. And
So when you arrive at the temple, you see that there's a very elegant looking woman who is dressed in the traditional garb of a sandbender clan. Clan's probably the wrong word, but we'll go with it for now. She also sports an hourglass around her neck, although hers isn't quite as ornate as yours. Oh, Don. This is... Let me get you a name.
This isn't Yating, right?
It is not Yeting.
Okay, thank you.
It is absolutely not Yeting.
Fighting is mutting.
Amazing.
I'm so sorry.
What is wrong with everything in the world?
What's wrong with all of us?
Look, I hear a name. I do a thing.
There we go. It is Dehong.
Could you spell that?
Daehong.
All one word?
Yeah.
Or is there a dash? H-O-N. Dehong? Okay.
Yeah.
And she, her? I believe you said.
Yes.
Okay. Perfecto.
She's quite tall. She's about stands over 2 meters tall.
Wow. That's
Okay.
pretty tall.
And she's of the order, but she's
She's
not.
of the order. She's not like
my
highly
tier.
placed. No, not at all.
Okay.
She is a sandbender, but she's just another priestess, basically, of the order.
Hi, Dehong. Is everything okay?
Of course. Why wouldn't everything be okay?
No reason.
Are you okay?
Yes. I just, I was worried that I was going to be late. I thought I had a thing back here.
A thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're trying to trick. Maybe not necessarily well, but you are trying to trick. So I'm going to have you
Fantastic.
roll with creativity, please.
Oh, terrific.
That's fine. You're at the mercy of the dices.
It's okay. We're looping back to Ray, the terrible liar.
I do remember.
Woo! Oh, actually, that was 9, so never mind.
It's because you're not talking to your dad.
You have a 9? So
Honestly,
you can
fair.
pick one of the following. You
Okay.
can either pick they stumble, take +1 forward to acting against them. You can you can have them act foolishly, and I'll tell you what additional opportunity that'll grant you. Or they overcommit and are deceived for some time.
They act foolishly.
Oh, I wouldn't worry at all. Don't worry, I'll be able to cover for you for the rest of the day.
Oh, don't worry about that. I don't want you getting in trouble just because my
could-
head's in the clouds.
I could use the practice. The rituals. I really need the opportunity to get some hands-on.
Oh,
training.
I can help you with that.
Oh, but
You can run over them if you want.
you should clean yourself up. You look a little dusty.
I do.
Just and she like brushes like a small bit of debris like off your shoulder, and and trust me, everything's going to be fine.
You always know just what to say. So everything
Especially
has.
because we've just got our new benefactor in.
Oh, that was today?
No, the ritual is taking place tomorrow, but
Gosh, I thought I missed it.
we have a Fire Nation delegation here. They want to go into the spirit realm.
Was I supposed to meet them? Was I supposed to be part
They
of the
only
welcoming
just
committee?
arrived
Okay.
10 minutes ago.
Okay.
God.
This is fine.
Breathe.
Of course it's fine. You'll love her. She's so sweet.
What's her name? I knew that Fire Nation delegations were gonna be here, but I don't
Her
know.
name's Now. Now Oda.
Oh.
She's waiting just inside.
Oh.
And I think we'll end the
Yeah.
Ah.
Clap, 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 clap.
Oh no.
I'm sure it's
I
gonna
was
be
like,
fine.
oh, maybe they're a fire sage.
I was like,
Oh,
this is
maybe they're
great.
from my family. Oh no.
Oh, no.
I feel like Dawn has like the equivalent of a Google Calendar, which is just like meet fire delegation, but she doesn't have any
Yeah.
details. She's like,
Yeah, like a little pocket book. Yeah.
oh no. Oh no.
Woo! Culp. Look at those polite opera gloves.
Indeed.
Is it time
Polite
for the fancy corner?
It is.
Fancy
How
corner.
how convenient for you to mention.
Whoa. God, it's still for mature audiences only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll still probably swear and talk about
I
all the
would
NBCs we
fucking
already
think
have
so.
crushes
Shit.
on.
Sex stuff.
Oh, John, no!
There we go.
Ah, covered.
And
Sex stuff.
Do you use like
it's dramatic situation.
dramatic? Yeah. I used to think it was for drugs, but
I would
no.
assume so,
Dramatic
but yeah.
situations.
No, I think that's like heavy drama,
Yeah.
like you're under arrest for murder
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
or whatever, or you're under arrest for,
Looking too fine.
Yeah.
Boing.
So, normally at this point in the fancy corner is when we'd be asking questions like, what did you learn this session? But in Avatar Legends, instead we have growth questions. So I'm going to be asking each of you the following question.
Excellent.
Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
It's our first session, so I've learned
We learned a lot about
a lot
the world.
about
yeah.
the world.
That's legitimate. Tell me something you learned.
The way that the Republic City police responded to finding this overturned car. I was expecting a lot more heat pointed towards us for getting in a fight.
That's, yeah.
That was something that I picked out.
I learned that Tatik's package is probably to go to a fire sage. I don't know if that counts or whatever.
I learned that the hot rocks are way they're all bluster right now. There's just like 6 of them, and they're trying to keep up appearances, but
Now
they're basically
all
done.
Gone.
Pugujutsu with choose your own adventure.
Boo,
Nice.
but also, yeah.
All right, next question for you. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
We did.
Totally.
All 3 of you
Protected
did.
the Boba shop.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Did you-
growth?
Fast.
Wow.
Did you guide a companion towards balance, or did you end the session at your center?
I'm at my center.
I am not at my center.
Me
and I
neither.
definitely failed to guide and comfort.
One for
so-
the team.
Yay! Thanks, team.
Sorry, that's a timed one.
We should probably make it not timed,
Yeah.
so I can just toggle it on and off. And then I'm going to have the individual questions for each of you. So we'll start with you, Elizabeth. What is your growth question?
Growth question. Did you accomplish a feat worthy of your burden and tradition?
How do you feel about that?
On the one hand, I am supposed to be part of it is, serving and defending rightful rulers could also extend to helping to maintain order, but the way in which I did it was not necessarily
Within
Do
the
you
realm.
Within the
think, do
realm
you
of the
think
order,
that
so.
you did something that was worthy of your order?
Cool.
I mean, yeah, because I defended people who couldn't defend
The
themselves.
helpless. Or-
So yeah, I kind of would.
Okay.
I think that was pretty honorable.
Well, you know what? Today I'm feeling generous.
So we,
There you go. Scott,
Yeah,
what's your growth question?
The hammer's growth question is: did you make progress towards your goal against your adversary? I'm gonna say no. Nothing happened today in that regard, so I gotta
It's fair.
for it.
And Kate?
Did you learn something meaningful or important relating to your lineage, its members, or its effects on the world and others? Not to my knowledge, so I'm gonna say no.
So that is a solid 8 growth advancement, which means you only need 4 more in order for you to be able to mark or advance, I
Yeah.
should say.
Yeah.
So 4 to advance, not bad. But it
Hey.
means that you're not getting it right off the first session, which would imply that you also all got the maximum amount of
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be
which
Yeah.
we'll say no. But would you like to call anybody out? Elizabeth, would you like to call out somebody's play here?
I mean, I think there were some great moments from everybody.
Yeah.
I really loved. I could see the moment where Scott kind of decided, you know what, Young Sue's about intimidate, and you made that choice, and you decided and all of a sudden you were whipping out intimidation left, right, and center, and I just thought it was great.
Keep this going.
Because he's clearly got.
Sorry, bud.
He has anger that's tied into his backstory, so it's well supported. It makes a lot of sense,
Yeah.
and I thought it was really organic and well played.
Yeah, he chose
I've got my
the
Zuko cards right here. It's not quite
Yeah.
the same, but it's I
There's
feel it. Thank
some
you.
inspo.
There's some inspo for sure. And I would call out Kate. Like, I actually, like, I know Bao did a number of different things, and specifically sort of like, that little like tweaks to turn things around. But I honestly appreciated the moment where you're like, no, hang on, this is a Kate impulse. I'm gonna take a bow, and like, how can I stay more, in line with what the character would do in this moment? So I appreciated that.
Yay. I love Dawn's interactions with the kids.
Oh,
Little, like, helping them out and all of that. It's nice. It's nice that as much as maybe we're kind of on the criminal side of things, we can still be nice to people.
yeah. I do think the game, like, now obviously we talked about this a bit in episode 0, but there's like assumptions the game makes and then tells you that it's making. It's like, hey, just so you know, this is set in this universe, and so your group is probably friends, not killers, probably heroic. Like it makes assumptions about your group that it's like, you don't have to do this, but like maybe it's not that game anymore. Like if you don't do, so it's certainly not like we're gonna be like, hey kids, like, kick their ball away, take their juice, push them in the
Like
mud.
the way Dawn interacted specifically was just
Yeah.
It was more than just, oh yeah, kids, cute, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think I was responding more to the idea of like, I don't think we're necessarily anti-heroes, but I
No.
agree with you that it was nice to see that actually on display as well.
Yeah.
Hello.
Did you cover all 3 of you?
Also the cactus. Sorry.
I missed it all. Now I have to watch the VOD.
Oh,
Hey-o.
just at this time code. Don't worry. You remember the rest, John. It's fine.
3-0. 2.
Obviously, we have to shout out Chew and the Choons. It's the goons.
my
the Chew
God.
goons.
They were so funny, John. They
Obviously, gotta shout those out.
were hysterical. Like,
I think it's just all I've learned is that apparently I just need to use the word jabroni,
Yeah.
and that's
And
enough.
we love it.
Yeah.
Okay, we managed to get through a combat. We managed to get a few rolls in. You've got some fatigue and conditions that you'll have to deal with at this point, but we definitely have some other things coming up in the coming week. Do we?
Ooh, yes. There should be a stream on my. There should be. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yep.
Blue. Sorry, I misread that. There should be a stream on my channel on Tuesday evening at 1800 Eastern. Stay tuned for information on the Discord. What I really want to do. Tornado Macaw had a great first 10 dates, but now he needs a good second 10 dates. It went okay.
oh my God, you're playing it again.
I have to play through as the other person. I want to meet all the other people.
I can't
It's so
wait.
good.
There's some that I legitimately can't wait for you to meet them.
So
oh my God.
the fingers crossed, and just stay tuned to the Discord. See how we're feeling. We'll go for it.
God.
For too many.
I think on Wednesday I'll be able to stream. And if I don't miss my guess, I may stream Dead Cells because I just got the Castlevania DLC that they added to it, which is pretty sweet. But I may also jump on an extra stream at some point, possibly during the day on Friday, because I will be playing the Diablo 4 beta.
Yes.
So
Spin to win. Pretty much. Well, not necessarily.
if you tune into the Discord, you'll be able to find out when that is. Friday?
I believe we're continuing.
Be back with Punchy.
Punchy and Boy.
Boy.
Punchy
on there.
Punchy and the
Boy. We'll be continuing God of War Ragnarok. And then on Saturday, we are back with Drip Crew.
And Doomed. Like all the usual Saturday mischief. It's been a wild weekend, so we haven't been able to do our usual streams, but we should be back to them next weekend.
And next Sunday we will be back here, same time, same channel. Though those of you dealing with time changes, double check when the time is. But 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time with episode 2.
Yes.
If you enjoyed what you saw here, be super appreciated if you could just let us know what you thought. Actually, honestly, we want to know what you thought even if you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
The best place to do that is on our Discord. The
Yeah.
other thing you might be able to do for us, tell someone about this. Like maybe you spend an awful lot of time hanging out on the Magpie Games Discord server. Maybe you
That'd be nice.
know a friend who is really into Avatar and wants to see this sort of thing. Because we'd love to not only hear from you, but we'd also like to hear that you've talked about us, because we're vain that way.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But for now, what we're going to do is have a look at what we've done, enjoy that, but we're also going to head off in that direction, up and to the right. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yep.